everyone joining. Now, is my screen okay or do I have a pulse? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to have to restart a stream, but the internet is playing up today. Hi, Susie. Look. I didn't get the time to look through it, but I'm going to quickly flip through and show people in a second. Hi, is your screens okay? Please let me know. Hi, Cassandra, Shannon. Hi, everyone. And thank you for 8,000 of you. I can't believe it. Let me turn that. That's not straight. That's going to bug me. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, oh my goodness. Hi, Tammy. Hi, darling. Hi, everyone. Hi, Connie. Everyone say a big bit, well, give a big hug over to our Connie. She lost her Oliver yesterday, which is her bearded dragon, and Melody as well, who lost Rex yesterday. So we had 2 losses of 2 fur babies yesterday, which is very sad. So Connie and Melody, our love is with you. And we hope that your heart in time gets to heal. Hiya, Pickle. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Victoria. Hiya, Mousy Deb. Hey, everyone. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, let everyone come in. But yeah, Melody and Connie both need hugs from everyone from losing their 2 fur babies yesterday and a spiky baby. So our thoughts, Connie. Hi, Zeely. That's okay. I know how much I honestly, things like that really get to me. So, hiya. Is it really your nickname, Sharon? Hey, Stephanie. Hi, everyone coming in. Wow. Hey. Right, let my mum know because she never gets the notification and she's like, okay, Mum, I'm live. Just, I'm live. I'm 10 minutes early. Say hello. And we're also going to do the giveaway winner. Hey, Ray. Ray has got the exact same. She sent these from America. They're now wraps. Aren't they beautiful? And they're just so sparkly. And Desiree's got the exact same ones on today. So we're both now twins. Thank you so much. Yes, I can't believe we got to 8,000. Hey, Honor. I was just telling Mum because she never knows. I'm like, Mum, aren't they beautiful, Kimberly? They're nail polish, right? You missed the giveaway, but I always do another one. There's always a couple. Do you? I have to tell her, hi everyone coming in. Yeah, you missed the one on Tuesday. But there's always one a month, and if I've got the funds, I'll do another one, and I might do a couple here and there. Yeah, they're really easy to apply, aren't they, Ray? They're so easy. So just quickly, you clean the surface and nails, take cuticles down, do all of that, and then put them on and get them right over, press them all down, and then just very carefully to the ends of your nail, get the excess off, and then just make sure. And I've put a top coat on, but I'm going to put another one. Hi, Joanne. Hiya, everyone coming in. Kimberly, is it Kiara? I need to put my text bigger. So I'm okay, Kim, and hi, Be Bright. Sparkle. Exactly. I love having something on my hands. You know me by now by my streams. I've generally got some rings on. I like the midi rings. I feel lost without rings. I don't wear bucket loads. Once I get that nice diamond ring one day, then I won't have anything on that hand other than that. So it's just like, yes. Stephanie, I know you do, but it's nice to get a giveaway. Hi, Tay. Hi, Loretta. And Loretta's got beautiful hair. I love it. Your hair looks so good, Loretta. I love the colour. Thank you, Jude. Yes, thank you. Thank you to all of you. And to those that have been there, supported me. Just, it's unbelievable. So thank you so much for 8,000. Thank you so much. I didn't do it for that. I just did it to get fun and the hobby, and it's amazing. So thank you so much. But I want to show you a couple of bits. But before I do that, I want to do the giveaway announcement. So the giveaway was for the Colorist Special Effects. Thank you. Yeah, it's instant dry. You haven't got to wait. Only the top coat. So I wrote them out today because there was 56 people, and I thought, let me just give you numbers and round it. It's a random.org generator anyway. So I wrote all your numbers down, all your names down, the ones that entered and stated. There is no further entries for this. It has been gone, and now your names are written down. Hey, Mum. So I know. Me too, Connie. Me too. Hey, Brandy. How are you? Oh. I think we're all like that, Loretta. Hey, you Becky or Steve. I think it's Becky. Hey, you Tanya. That's okay. Lurk away, sweets. Right. So I'm going to do the giveaway announcement now. Oh, no, Loretta. Hopefully on the next one. I'm going to do it via random.org. So it's just a random generator that produces a number randomly. You know, there's no favoritism. It generally just randomly picks something from 1 to whatever the number is. So we've got 1 to 56 today. So I'll put it big and ready? Right, okay. Right, so we've got the numbers 1 to 56, which is here as well. And we're going to generate a number now. So the number is number 32. And the number 32 is Beth-Ann. Beth-Ann Matt Jill. And I know Beth-Ann is in the US. So Beth-Ann, you won, my lovely. I know you're not here, but if she comes in, which she generally does, she has won the Colorist Special Effects free. Let me know where I'm sending it to my email. Hey, Joe Beth. I know, bless her. She's so sweet as well. And I'm so happy for her. So if you want to email me, Beth-Ann, or send me an Instagram message. You're on Instagram to me. So you can either Instagram or Colour and Chat with Sammy at outlook.com and let me know where I'm sending your copy to, because I'll get it on Amazon US for you with Ray. Hiya, Beth Turner. Hiya, anyone coming in? Welcome. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. I'm hoping that the internet's going to be kind today, because we've had a really bad windy day and I really don't want it to go all funny. I want to quickly show you 2 things before I get into this. This was the winning picture. So I tallied up your votes, and by a clear mile it won by 61 votes. Second was the Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So we might do that very shortly. The third one was Hannah Carlson. But I will do the Country Charm one at some point as well, because I really, really want to do something different. So let me show you what we're going to do very soon as well. So, hey, Helly. This one won. And this one was second, which was Eve and Rib out of the Jasmine Beckett Griffith colouring book. Hey, Louise. We'll get around to this one at some point, because I absolutely love this illustration. Currently, I'm doing the Flora one, this one. Oops, sorry about let's turn that down a tad to get the depth of the colour. So currently I'm doing this one, which is Flora, which was a whip. So I'm doing that one, but I really, really want to do one on the channel with you guys, because I know she's a popular choice. So I'm going to be doing this one with you very shortly. But for now, I'm going to be diving into her. So put that aside. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying that. But I really want to show you this art book and also the new case. So I bought a new case to put my pastel pencils in. And Anna got one too. Look, I don't like my pencils in tins. That's just me, my preference. As I like them in a case. So look at this one. I'll put the links after. How adorable. So you've got kangaroos and koalas. And it's one of those BTKSY ones, a bit like, the one that I got with the pumpkins and the mice. That's adorable, but I really like this one, and they hold a lot. So I've got my pencil, pastel pencils in here because I'm going to be doing an art class very shortly with some of the Carver Fellows. So I've got those in there, and it's so cute, right? I know, I love it. So it's gorgeous. It holds quite a few. This one doesn't hold 220. I think it's 166. But the other one holds 220, I believe. So I want to show you this. And this is an art book. It's not a colouring book. Let me move that to the side. I've been following Loish on Instagram, as I've followed many other artists on Instagram for a long time. Hiya, Candace. Ah, that's so sweet. Yeah, that was so sweet to support Honor. I know, same here, Joanne. I love them. I love cases. That's just my little, I don't know, guilty pleasure, I suppose. But yeah, so I just want to quickly show you this. Now, if you're like me and you like an art book, how are you, Christine? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got the 8. Hey, Pat and Marie. Happy Saturday, everyone, and thanks for coming on over and spending some of your Saturday with me. So Loish is she does a lot of digital art, which is not something I do, but I like the inspiration of the colours. Now, I like art books to sort of flip through and just have a look of what colours they do, inspiration. And as I said, my dream one day is to be able to draw, and Kirsty Partridge might help me there. But it is just an amazing book, and there's a lot of inspiration to be had if you like doing portraiture by this lady. She does a lot of sketchy stuff. She gets a lot of inspiration. She does a lot of studies, but she's also got the most amazing art. And she also teaches you, I think, if you look through the concept of light and dark, which I think a lot of this time we find quite hard. Hi, Alejandra. Remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in caps. Hey, Laura. Good to see you. Laura, you should do an art book. Like one of these art books. You've got so much inspiration out there. So Loish is just one of those artists that I follow, that I love to look at her art. I mean, look, it's just stunning. And yes, they would. I think all of us here would buy it. Isn't she amazing? So she's got another one out there, which is her sketchbook. This one's her art. So I really like her stuff. And I think there's a lot of, even if you just study a picture, which is what I generally do, and that's what I was doing with my Jasmine Beckett one, because I've got both her books. If you study a picture and you're really taking colour seriously, you don't have to, but I tend to, because I like to learn and I like to know what goes with what, the combinations that I could come up with, etc. So if you study a picture long enough, you'll get, like this one, for instance. Let me turn your brightness up. You can get a lot out of this that shows you the concept of light and dark, shadow, and you can use that apply it to one of your pictures. You don't have to apply it. Obviously, you're not going to be doing it to this one because she's an artist. She's not doing a colouring book. But there is so much to be learned, I think, and taught. You can teach yourself through looking at stuff. Hey, Bridget. So Loish is one of my favourites to follow. I mean, just look. She shows you the sketchy style, and she'll show you like a finished style. And it just looks so painterly, her stuff as well. Now, she does a mixture, I'm pretty sure, of both. But I think her majority of her stuff on Instagram, if I'm right, correct me, ladies, if I'm wrong, is digital. And I like it. I love it. I think I love all art. It's just something that I enjoy. So there's a lot, I think, to be learned from all art. And like this, for instance, I love the hair colour. I love the skin colour. There's a lot of shading and shadowing on the back that I wouldn't tend to do in my pictures, but now I probably would. Yeah, it is digital. But you can learn a lot from any art. And I think light and dark and inspiration sources is just great to look at, like this one. I love art books. I think they're so lovely. Hey, Honor. Okay, Honor. Sorry, I was saying hey. Okay, anyone that's coming in, THANKYOU on the front. I love her style. So she's definitely someone that, go and pop over. I'll put the link to her Instagram once I'm done. But I really like her. So this is The Art of Loish, a look behind the scenes. Beautiful book. I absolutely love it. She's got 2 out there, but this is just the one that I personally wanted to buy. I just think it's beautiful, and because I'd like doing pictures of people and I like looking at different combinations of colours, I really like looking at this one in particular. I think she's a beautiful artist, but there's a selection out there. And another one that I would say go and have a look at. It's a completely different style altogether. I have to go to my wish list because I've popped them all in there, and I'll get one a month. Sorry, let me just pop here. So there is another artist that I think is amazing, and that's Leia Lopez, and she's got a book. Now, it's very similar in the way of digital art, and it's called Gleaming. And again, there's a lot to be learned from here. And there's another art called The Art of Irrevile, and it's the Cozy Days book. And just look at the scenes that you can get and the art that you can look at. And there's just so many art books out there. I mean, these are ones that I personally, like. And of course, everyone knows her, but Camilla D'Erico has got her art book out there, which is Femina and Fauna, sorry. So there's lots of books out there. Yeah, it says May next year. I don't know. You were so lucky. So lucky. I was like, oh my gosh. So there's lots of art books. So if you're stuck or you just like looking at art, just, grab yourself an art book. Jasmine Beckett Griffith has got some beautiful ones. I've got both hers. Oh, sorry, guys. And I just think there's something nice. If you like art and you like to look at art. Oh, yes, I stuck Josephine's Celestial one in there. She's amazing. So this is what you chose, which was the Wolf and Lady. They do, what's that? They do a brush one now. Oh, let me know what it's like. Hey, Pat, how are you? So yeah, let's just dive in. What I was going to do today is do a mixture of Copics and Polys. Packages are getting lost. Oh no. Right. I'm going to have to bring you down. Let me try and zoom you in first and see if that will make a difference. If not, I might have to just bring you down a little bit. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you heard that. That's my stomach. Ah, thank you. Oh, my stomach's making the most bizarre noises. I do apologise if anyone can hear that. It's like it's digesting my tea. So, yeah, you voted 61 votes, which was a clear mile ahead. Was the Anastasia. So this is, again, we're back in here. We're back in Nocturnes today, and that was because you voted for it. So I'm just going to have that to the side a minute because we have got 8,000, and I'm so proud of you all for being a part of it. I'm not proud of myself, I'm proud of you all, because we have to say that the channels would not be what they are without you all joining. So and subscribing and watching back and all of your kindness and words and encouragement. Thank you, Laura. Everything is just so nice and so well received my end, just trust me. And that's everyone. Wow, Melissa. Hey, Melissa. I'm trying to think. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. So I want her as a quite mousy blonde. My initial thought was that. I want this in quite like my thoughts looking at her right now. He's going to be in greys, the greys, a little bit of ivory. I might add a hint of something else in there, and then obviously you've got white in that. We're going to do a background on this one so that he stands out because he's going to have white. Thank you so much. Ah, ow, I'm blushing. Thank you. I know. Well, wolf eyes are quite yellowy, aren't they? So he's going to have quite yellowy green. He's going to have a pop of green in there, I think, but quite a yellow. And they have like, I don't know, they're just very bright eyes. They are. But I definitely want to put grey. So I'm just looking at her. For me, she screams like a brown top, like a, oh, I don't know, look, what's the closest brown in the Copics? So, you know, like you come into E35, these kinds of browns. And then with the little jewels and stuff, and the tassels can be like reds and blues and quite native kind of colours. The tassels can be maybe the golds and reds coming off that. Okie dokie. It's a husky. Well, it looks like a wolf to me. I'm going to put it as a wolf husky. Well, they're same similar colours, aren't they? The greys. You're going to go and get a coffee. If I did him as a husky, he's got to be blue eyes. Yes, darling. I could grab your little book. Let me grab that, actually. You've just reminded me. Okay, we've got some inspiration pictures that our lovely Darlene sent us. Hold on, guys. And I've got my album. I keep all the little stuff that anyone sends me. And this is like a photo album, Darlene. Hold on. I can either make him into either or, can't I? So Darlene sent these absolutely amazing pictures of like wolves here. And they look kind of similar. So if you look at these, they're just amazing. So Darlene sent these and I thought it was lovely. Look. Sorry about the glare. I'm going to have to do that. It's like a husky. So we could do more like these colours and do blue eyes like a husky. But we can use these as inspiration. Look at that. Just look at them. They're so amazing. I mean, if you look at the colours, and it's just stunning. But yeah, you won't see Melody today. Melody, unfortunately, lost Rex yesterday. So you all know Melody. She's like a huge person in our community. She lost her dog yesterday, Rex, and so everyone can send their prayers over to Melody. And Connie Ulrich here, she unfortunately lost Oliver yesterday as well. So for all of you, just send your prayers and your thoughts over to them both. That would be really appreciated. I think they both need a pick-me-up. So yeah, well, these are gorgeous. I mean, look at those eyes. We could do it as like, take elements of this like fur, but make it, oh, look, goats in pajamas. Oh, they're just stunning. I kind of want to make it into a wolf. There's Darling. With, look, how amazing is that? It's just, I would be in heaven. But Darling went and she did the chickens and the goats, and look at the size of the paws of these wolves. Just amazing. Fed the goats. White ones. Oh, they're amazing. So yeah, I can use them as inspiration. What I might do, Darling, is use let me pick out my favourite of the furs. See, I kind of like these tones here, and I might do them husky eyes, but similar colours. So you've got like greys and browns. You've got a brown in the nose. You've got big black nose. They've always got big shiny wet black noses. And we might do some husky eyes, in which case I need to have a quick look. So what do we think? I think husky eyes maybe, and do those colours. Husky eyes. So husky eyes are really like ice blue. We could do like a mix of colours. We can gain inspiration from both, let's face it. That's what the colour books are there for. We don't have, we can do our own thing, but look at those eyes. It's like a, in the middle is like a milk going into the blues in the very small part, and then on the outer edge. And then you can do like a darker ring around. I think there's both. There's both of them. So I'm going to have them both as inspiration. I'm going to put these ahead of me here and have them both. So I think I'm going to do some, I'm trying to think. I might do her hair to start with, and I'll do a mixture of Copics and Prismacolors today. They are hard to do, but they are so beautiful that we're going to try. And remember with Copics, you have to stick something behind because I'm going to end up going through. So I need to get some card. If Beth Ann comes in at any point, can you let her know that she has won the giveaway for me? Because knowing me with my head down, I'll miss her. So I'm going to pop a couple of bits behind. That was my other one. I still need to do my background for that, but I did that in my free time. And that was teaching myself really on light sources going down the face. And when the light hits up, if you look, they hit on the sort of areas of all of those succulents so that each area above is hit by the light. So when I do a dark background, it's going to be like a glow, and that's my aim. So I've got to do a background on that. But the thing is, I don't mind having works in progresses because, and we did the Pirate Gal, I don't mind having a work in progress and leaving it until I feel inspired to come back. And I say that with everyone, don't feel you've got to finish it there and then. If something's not calling you at the moment, go back to it. Don't just rush it because you spent all that hard work and time. Just 1 second, I might have to shake the camera for a second because I'm getting up. You can always go back. There's no rush, and I'm not rushing. This is how I look at things now, and I just think I'll do it in my own time. Right, let me get some card, guys. I'm just going to get some card to put behind. Go back to it. It's not running away. It's still there. It will be there for a while. Unless you lost the book somehow, but it's going to be there and you can go back to it at any time. So if you've got a work in progress that's not calling you to finish yet, go and do something else. Yeah, you can always come back to it. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. Sorry about my squeaky chair. That's me and my big bum sitting down. Right, so I think I'm going to start off with her hair. And I might just cover that over and bring you over this way, guys, because there we go. It can get distracting. Let's have just her on the page. Is that better? There we go. Right, I think we'll do Copic base or go for Copic base on her hair because that's the thing that's another thing. People ask me quite often, Laura, I don't know if you're the same. If you know for certain on a page, this is when you're doing your colouring book. If you know for certain on a page, hi Charlotte, what you want to do, and you've got a definite in mind, right, I know I want her like a mousy blonde colour, go for that. And then from there, it builds and builds and builds. So you know where you're starting with. Everyone has a starting point. And that's another thing that I say. If you know for something on a page that you definitely want to do, go for that. Hiya, Bunny. So we're going to do her hair dark, mousy sort of blonde. Right. So again, colour chart, Copic colour chart. Yeah, I do that because I didn't know what I was doing because it was picked by viewers until 2 hours ago. I haven't had the time to sort of get it in my head. But if I pick out a page prior to myself, I know where I'm going with it, if that makes sense. Okay, so with these blondes, there's some really nice sort of Y23 is like a nice dull one, but we can go for like E30. Like the skin tones are quite nice to do as a base. So I might go for a mousy colour, and the mousy colour I'm kind of thinking of. So if I come up here, you know, you go from like a dark blonde, honey blonde. I'm thinking kind of like an E33 is going to be my darkest. So I've got to find them, which will be good. So E33 is going to be my dark, or darkest. And then we're going to kind of go towards E53 is a nice tone. You can also, if I want to go down to the yellowy blondes, but I'm going to kind of keep on the mousy side. So we're going to pick those colours to start with, and then I can always layer up. You did E30. What's that? Oh, okay, yeah, that could be my lightest. Excuse me, so sorry. I just took a sip of tea. It went down the wrong hole. But I really want to do some. I really want to do some of the Copics in this because I think the paper just works better with some markers personally. Right, so let's get these colours out. See, the moment, because I've got to find a storage solution, because I don't have a studio, my drawer has got my Copics, and I've got them like that. And with the chows, there's nothing on the end, so I've still got to sort out getting those dots and labelling them. So I've got them in the drawer for now. Okay, so E33 was like a browny colour. E43 is a bit too dark, maybe. I'll keep that aside. Ah, see, that's a nice colour. So what was that? Sorry, you're going to have to just bear with me for a second if you don't mind. If you don't mind, because I haven't got this prepared because it was picked out for me. Therefore, I have to just do it on the spur, like thinking of what I'm going to do. E33 is another one. E30, bisque. E30. Found it. Okay, so that'd be my lightest. E30 and E33 go really nicely together. So those two. And then I need a darker from E33, maybe E35. So I'm going to go for those colours and into a lightest maybe, which would be... You got E30 is quite the lightest, isn't it? We'll go with that. We'll go with that for now because we're going to have Prismacolors. Okay. Do you want me to come in a bit more? Do you want me to lower you down? You're going to go for a ride for a second. Right, you ready? Is that blurry or is it still clear? Because I don't want it to blur. As long as you're clear on your ends, please let me know. Is that good on your ends? Right, great. So I'm just going to start then with E33 and we'll go into E30. So we'll go for these two colours. Great. Hey, Lozzie. So brush tip ends, you know with Copics, you've got a chisel tip and a brush tip. This is a Copic Chow. And with her hair, I'm going to go from the root. So I'm just going to start to layer in slightly. Now, there isn't a huge right and wrong with Copics. You have to follow the lines. And I go in strands because that's kind of like my style anyway. I don't tend to sort of block hair. I tend to strands and then follow the shaded areas against the lighter areas. So like for instance, if you get your other one, which is your E30, you can come off the edges of that. So this is just your base, guys. This is like starting off. You can deepen it up if you want to, but I really wanted it like a mousy blonde. So I wanted a blonde with like her roots I want a bit deeper. I have like a thing in my head where I'm thinking. So I'm just talking out loud at the same time. Hey, yeah, I am. I don't like to say anything because it's just not who I am, but I had a really bad day the other day. I was on the floor. I make up like a bed on the floor when I can't move, and I had like everything hurt and my back was just gone. I've got 3 pieces of card. I have. Hey, Elisa. Hi, everyone coming in. Hey, Heather. So, yeah, I tend to just suffer in silence. I don't like to talk about it because I live with it. That's how I am. I don't like to talk about pain, and I'm glad I open my ears up to everyone that does like to, you know, vent and tell me and say, you know, Sam, I'm having a bad day. I'm like, talk to me. But I think with me, I tend to say, no, I live with it. It's okay. I manage it. So I just suck it up, so to speak. Okay, so back to E30, and I'm just going to layer that in. And as we go along, we might lighten areas, deepen areas, but we'll work with it. As I said, I'm going to put in detailing with... It's between, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, E33, Prismas. I'll get my words out in a minute. But yeah, thanks for asking. I might have to say it because I might have to disappear when I get a procedure done just for the week because I get very sore. And back to E30. So I'm going to have radiation zapped into my nerves again. I'm just waiting on the appointment letter to come through, but it's definitely happening. And that week I'm very sore because I get these long things put into my back and they zap and they do hurt. So that week I might have to just have an easy week and not sit, but I'll be all right. Okay, so again, I'm going to do E33. So, and I'll show you what the pencil will do as well once we get going with it. E30. These are Copic. One's Copic Chow, which doesn't have it on the lid, and one's Copic Sketch. Something I have to live with, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I think most of us that know we've got chronic pain for life, I've been told that I just have to manage it. So I do. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's a positive outlook, I think, is to just say, right, I've got it, I'll manage it. E33. You have the days where it gets to you, and then you have the days where you're like, no, it's just fine. You know, it's a bad day. And when I have my good days, I'm here. So, yeah. Okay, so I like the colour that is on the top. It's like a mousy colour. Oh, my chat's gone. 1 second, everyone. Can you still hear me? No, I haven't, Zelie. Okay, that's fine. My chat went. You all done? It was like, you all went. Okay, so back to E33. And we're going to get some prismas just to start the top to show you what the result will look like. Do you remember when we did the mermaid? We did similar colours, didn't we? And that came out so good. And back to E30. It looked so well. It looked good once it was done. Great. Yeah, it blinked. Yeah, exactly. We do what we have to. Okay, so E33. I'm just going to small little strokes into the hairs. So with illustrations, a lot, thankfully, our artists that do them, E30, think about where the strands are going and the directions for us. So we're so lucky. We're so lucky. We're like, okay, we haven't got to think about the strands. They're done for us. So when they make the colour books, they're like, okay, if I was to be colouring my own art here, E33 again, how would I want to colour it, kind of thing? And it would be, right, we need the direction of the strands. We have a hint of where light and dark is. And it's like spoiling us because it helps us. E30. And we then just put our, you know, colour to it and off we go. E33. So we're just starting it off. We might have a little bit of deeper in the root and on the ends, which we'll do after. You do that towards the end. With Copics, it's a lot quicker, and then adding all the details, it doesn't take too long, personally. So yeah, I hope you're all good. And what you up to today? Is anyone doing any arting, or is anyone shopping on Amazon for goodies? Okay, E33. And remember, you can buy Copics in singles to try. So if you wanted to try this out, you can grab the singles in Copics. I think the Copic Chows are not too expensive. The Copic Sketches are a bit more, but I think the Copic Chows are not as expensive. They're like a few dollars or a few pounds less. Oh, nice. can you tell us like what the commission is? You don't have to tell us like who it's for, just is it a portrait because you do portraits? Is it your landscapes and watercolors are amazing. I think you should do more. Have you got Patreon, Laura? Oh, you bought some. It's amazing, isn't it? I love that. That card is everything. You're doing your Pro Super. Oh, that was going to take you ages. That's going to take you ages. Hey, Sophia. How did you do at your gallery, Laura? Because I saw that I was looking at all your pictures. Did you do well? Was it fun? Was it a good experience? I won't keep you too much talking if you're doing your portrait, but I hope it was successful. It's a shame I don't live in the US and I could do more and travel more, because a lot of you are so far. Oh, amazing. Amazing. I'm glad it went well. You're working on your background for the page for the Disney Colour Front. Oh, cool. That's coming up soon. So, yes, that's also another thing. I'll have to link in the Streamathon schedule for everyone as well. I must remind myself. Let me put that a little note for myself at the side. So, Disney schedule. I'll have to get that for you and put it in there. I know. I know. As we say it all the time, it would be so cool, you know, to be able to sort of just get out to the US more, but plane tickets are ridiculous. Yeah, I am going to be streaming, but this time, same usual on Saturday. But who doesn't love Disney? I think it's something. I know there's a couple that don't. I know there's a couple that don't. Are you all stealing me? I'll have to tell Andrew that one. I'd love to do a trip around the US. It's something me and Andrew always talk about, like if we couldn't have a child or whatever, and we, you know, if we had money, we'd just travel more and do more. Okay, so I'm gonna. Some of you don't, and that's fine. Okay, so as I'm coming down, I'm going to lighten up a bit more on this. So I'm just going to go for you'll see. So I'm doing the same as what I've been doing, but as I'm coming down on her plait, this part I'm just going to do an E30 because I want that to be just the very tips of it. So just be careful. So I'm just going to bring E30 down. And remember, when Copics go down, they look a lot more pigmented because they've got dry. It's a bit like watercolour. When you first do them, when they dry out, they can go in with more layers. But I want the bottom of this to be quite light as you're coming down and less of the sort of browny, mousy brown colour. So I'm going to kind of end that as we're coming this way. So I'm still going to put in E33 here. And don't forget, we've got to do with pencil details as well, which is everything. The pencil details change everything. And the sort of everything that your complete picture looks like would be done through all your details. Oh, Grace, that's great. I like to look at them. And hi. Comic book art is amazing. Do you read them, Grace, or do you like just looking at them for the art concept? Okay, so we're just going to stop it about here with that colour because we're going to put pencil in that bit. And then again, back to your E30. So the good thing with brush tip is that it just flows. And I'm going to just bring a tiny bit of depth into the ends as well. So just go over if you need to. We've done one side of that. We've got to do all this bit here. But let's just do some of this first, right? It is. Oh, Grace, so nice. Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for popping in, and you have a good Saturday. And hey, everyone coming in. Sorry I can't read all your chat. It flies so quick. There's so many of you, and I'm like, thank you. Hiya, Julie. Right, so we're going to come in with some Prismacolors, and we're going to put one more, just a little bit of colour at the very top. And I think that was with, I need E55, 1 minute. Okay, so E55 is going to go to the very, very top here. I'm just going to blend that out with the E30. So E55 is Light Camel, which is a great name. And I'm just going to deepen her root a little bit. And when you're doing that, just be careful, because you're only wanting to do like the root and some of the strands that sort of meet and come down. I look like I've given her a nose, look. And the same with this sort of here coming down there as well. So this is E55. And then as I come down the end, I know, I would buy you, if I could, all the Tomb Raider things. You are such a huge fan. I'm just going to put some down here and coming into the, who does like fan art? And it's so, I think it's such a nice thing to do fan art, because you've got your inspiration from your favourite characters. Okay, so I was just bringing some of that at the bottom because it's a better colour. I know. And then E30. I'm just going to blend that out a bit. And the same with the top. So I'm just blending that down. And then we're going to come in with some polychromos. Prismacolors, sorry. Do I want polys or prismas? No, I'll go for prismas. I'll go for prismas. Prismas are nearby. Right, I need those colours still because we've got to do the rest of the hair. I'll go for Prismacolors. Prismas. Fan art is amazing. I found a really good one yesterday that you'll like. I'll have to send it to you. Of Lara. Ah, brilliant. Everyone loves the Amazon man. The Amazon man is the best man. He's like Santa Claus. Okay, let's get my pencils. He's like Santa Claus. He's like the best person in the world. So much shaking the camera. So we just got to look for some prisms in the tones that we want. It's just because I'm getting up and down, up and down, up and down. I won't have to get up anymore. Oh. I know. You need a studio. You need a studio. Right. So this has got some of my, this is like skin tones ones. So it's got a couple of colours that I need in here, to be fair. So it's got the light umber. It's got ginger root. It's got black, dark, and then we need the sort of yellow tones. So I don't want like bright yellows. I don't want bright yellows. I'm going to zoom you out so you can see what I'm doing, like my whole process. Okay. So when I'm looking for a blondie colour, I want something quite light. Now, some of these yellows are really super bright, like canary yellow is like one of the brightest ones that you can get. You can go for more of a muted one, which is things like jasmine and sand, which is what I'm looking for. Okay, so sand, that's a nice colour. What you want my colours, love? Lovely. E30, E55, and E33. Was it E30, E33, E55, and E30? Yeah. Okay. And then I want a lighter colour. Don't you just love that? Wait. Don't you love that sound? Don't you love that sound? Oh my god. Okay, and then I just want some tone there. You were near enough, it's fine. Okay, I'm just grabbing colours and seeing what I fancy. I go by eye. Oh, that's a nice one. The bronze is a good colour. And I need like just a slight auburn. I'm just grabbing. A hair's going to be more like you know, it goes like a brown to a mousy blonde, not bright blonde. Hi, everyone coming in. I'm so sorry. Hey, April. Sorry, lovely. I am not looking at the screen for a minute, and I keep missing everyone, and I don't intend to. I promise. Hi, Louise, and hi from South Korea. Sorry, what's your name? I don't want to just say hi. I don't want to call you Korea. That sounds like I'm being rude. So a name, if you want me to say a name, that would be good. Right. So first off, I'm going to get, I think, my bronze. This is going to be a nightmare trying to pick these cards up. So I'm just going to take them out the ring. Hi, Phantom. Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday to you. Hi, Lulu. Yes, of course you can. We're back in Nocturnes by Anastasia Ellie-Calder-Riva because it was the vote. So we're doing her. And as I said, she's going to be more of like a mousy blonde, like a mousy brown into a dark blonde, so to speak. A bit like my hair if I didn't put highlights in it. So yeah, it goes like more into a brown, like a brown into a blonde, because I just think it would suit her. It's that sort of colour that I'm looking for. Right, so I really need to find my bronze. I need to find some of these colour cards, so bear with me. And if you need to get a coffee, get a coffee. If you need to get a cup of tea, get a cup of tea. I found a couple of these. I'm just trying to find them all. Jasmine. It's a good exercise as well, mixing up your media, because you can start to do mixed media pieces and add, because we're going to do watercolouring background as well. It's a good practice because you can expand what you like to use, because until you try things, you never know if you like them. You don't have to do backgrounds, but you can do them in pencil as well. It just takes you longer. And yeah, I'm just grabbing the colours that I need. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and sort of match stuff, you know, like where it all ties in. That's my plan. I don't know if it will go to plan, Laura, but that's the plan. I always say that. It's like sometimes you just sway off into your own thing and things don't go quite according to how you thought they would the first time around. I know the picture is beautiful. Okay, so I'm trying to find the colours that I need. That's way too bright. I need the jasmine. But yeah, you find that yourself. Sometimes it goes like completely wayward from what you first originally set out to do. So I'm just trying to find my cards, because 150 of them is quite intimidating to try and find a little selection of them. This is the easiest way, just go through them. You don't realise how many you're in a set until you have to find them for a stream. And then you're under pressure because everyone's like, come on, in their brain. Thanks, Michelle. And hi, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome over. Okay, I found another one. I need to find the other eggshell. And then I am good to go. Oh, there, I found it. I found it. And I found that as well if I need it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I'm using Prismacolors for some detailing, and I'm going to start off with bronze. And my pencil is fairly sharp, and I'm going to zoom you back in. So then we can start again and we can resume. This is the thing when it's live, it's not edited down. I have to go with what is happening at the moment. Okay, so I've got some colours in with the Copics, and it's done the majority of the work. So now we're just going to enhance. So I want her root to have a browny tinge, and we're going to go down into like a mousy sort of brown into a dark blonde. So that's the aim of the game. That's okay, you lurk away. If anyone's doing anything, remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in caps, because I will miss it, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. It's not intentional. Okay, so I'm just going to start to add some detailing in, and as I said, I want to go from like a brown to a blonde. So I'm going to go from I don't want to go any deeper than this, to be honest. And the bronze is a nice color. You would never think to add bronze, but it's not metallic. It's just like a bronze color, but it's not metallic feel as it lays down, not like the gold and the silver. They have a metallic feel, but if you've got Prismacolors and you're familiar by now with your pencil set, and I don't know about you, but if I see colors of anything, I relate it to a Prismacolor. I'm like, oh, that looks like so-and-so. Oh, that looks like Copenhagen blue. And Andrew looks at me like, what? You just automatically start to relate colors now because you're using them so often. But the bronzes are really nice. It's a really nice brown. It really is. So it's just a case of keeping some tones in and enhancing the color that you got now. So it looks quite natural then as well, because hair is strands. It's not block. So you're following the pattern that you've been given. And I'm not an artist, so if you want any art tips, I'm not your girl, but I can tell you how I look at a picture and my process, and that's what I tend to do. But if there's any art tips, there's lots of artists out there that will give you the proper explanation and terms for stuff. I just look at a picture and I can just go through what's in my mind. Oh, I wish, Laura. You're so beautiful, bless you. I wish. But you know what I have done, Laura, is so I asked you if you had a Patreon, because I would learn from you as well. Susie loves her too, Kirsty Partridge, and I was watching her first. I'm going to do the pastel hair with the Carbofellow pastels. I think that's going to be my first one. So I'm going to try and do my own stuff as well and venture into that, because I've got such a passion, big passion for it. Oh no, I think it's something you should consider. I really do, because you could teach so much, plus you've got to earn a living from it because you're an artist. I'm colouring other people's art. I'm not my own art, so I don't take money that way. It's not something for me. I just would feel, I don't know, it's just not for me. I couldn't give my all into it. Like, people that set Patreon up, they're dedicated, and I think they're amazing, because the amount of time and effort that they put into their Patreons is incredible. And I just couldn't do that because of my back, because I have days where I can't, and there's days where I wouldn't be able to dedicate the time into it, put it this way. Whereas YouTube, I can come on when my back allows me to, etc. But people that do Patreon, they're so dedicated and they give so much on there, and you can learn so much from them. And I think you've got so much to give personally. I've always said it. You can teach so much, especially your watercolors as well. So you've got a range of talent, and you're not just one thing. You do so much. I think you really should consider it. If you could invest the time, get some money. I know, but it's also that you've got to think about it as well for your materials, Laura. Just things like that. Just think about it. I think it's something that you should consider. Belinda is, oh my gosh, that woman. I love her so much. I think she's amazing. And see what I mean? She's one of those patrons to me that, sorry, I'm sidetracking for a second. She is one of those things to me that's rare, because she puts so much time and dedication into her Patreon. She teaches so much. I think she's worth every single penny that people pay her, because you're not just getting colouring from her. She does the charts, she does the teaching, she does her own stuff, she does the colour books, she does amazing stuff with Copics. She's incredible. I love Belinda. Yeah, she's amazing. So I think if you're an artist as well, I think you should think about it. Just Think about yourself. I know you're thinking about others, and I'm the same, you know, but think about yourself, because you're putting so much time into your art that I think it wouldn't be a bad thing if you got something back, because it costs you, you know, it costs you. It costs you to make your colour books. It costs you to get them published. It costs you to buy the materials. It costs you all of that. She is so much fun. I love Belinda. I love her. Okay, so from bronze, I'm going to go over to my Jasmine. Belinda's a huge part of this community. And she's just got a dog. Oh. Hey, is it Michaela? I don't want to say your name. Okay, we're going to go to Jasmine. She is, I love her. But if you did, just think about it, Laura. We would all be there. I know I would. I promise you that. I'll watch every single one of Belinda's streams back. All of them. Okay, going over to Jasmine. I have sharpened, and I'm scared that I've sharpened too much. Now this, it's not going to sharpen too much at the minute, but it is putting a yellow tinge in there. So I'm just adding a yellow element, and you have to press and go over a little bit, because you won't see it. Can you see it starting to change it to like a yellow? And I need to lighten that up with some eggshell, I think. But I like the colour hair. It's gone different to how I was originally going to do it, but hey ho. I love PDFs as well, but I do love a physical book, I must admit. Okay, so I'm just going to go to eggshell a minute, and I'm just very, very, very quickly going to block that in a bit. I love learning, but I also like watching channels for fun as well. I don't, you know, it's a mixture for me. If I feel like a fun day, I'll go to something less serious, and then if I feel like going to somewhere where I want to learn, I'll watch some tutorials, and then if I want to watch something completely different, then you know, you got your choice. I love it. Yeah, it is. I like the both. I think it's nice to have a mixture. But the last bit must have cost you a fortune, because it was like quality. So just think about Patreon. I think you'd be amazing on there. I think that's what it should be about. People that just know what they're doing, and there's yeah. I think it's a way for you to also claw back what you've put in, as well as having fun at the same time, you know, because you have fun and you love what you do, and you get to do both. So it's a way. Oh, I can just imagine. Take care, Joanne. Thanks for popping in. Sorry about me trailing off. I just thought about it though. But yeah, Belinda's another one. Hey, Connie. Belinda's another one to check out, everyone. If you've not got a Patreon, go and check her out. Belinda's amazing. She does Copics, she does tutorials, she does conversion charts. Sorry, I'm just going to mute you for a second because that's going to be loud. Hold on. I'm back. Yeah, we are. We're so lucky. Okay, I'm going to just add in a little bit of depth here. We are lucky. We're very lucky. Okay, I'm just going to put a few sepia strands in. I think we're spoilt for choice sometimes, aren't we? And we've got so many amazing channels that are coming up, and now new ones, and ones that have been around for so long, like Dee Dee, and I love Jen. I miss Jen so much. She's going to be doing the Colour-a-thon, I think, the Disney one. So we're going to have her back for a night. No, me too. Well, I watch box sets. I watch Netflix. I'm watching Once Upon a Time. Ray, are you still here? Do you know what I'm up to? You're going to laugh. Okay, so I'm going to go to the top again. I've not stopped watching it. I've been watching Once Upon a Time and I've been binge watching. You ready? Are you ready? I am on season 2, episode 16, and that is in a couple of days. I was like on a mission. I'm up to where Rumpelstiltskin has found his son and they're back in Storybrooke. I couldn't stop. Like, I've been watching it at every available moment. Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? I think it's genius. I think the costumes are amazing, but I think it's a genius concept. You've got storybook characters in the here and now. I mean, who doesn't like that? It's so cheesy at times, but I love it. Okay, I'm liking that colour. Yeah, I've been doing that. So it's going, like, when we get to this part of her hair, it's going to be a little bit lighter. I still got to do this bit here, but it's going to go a bit lighter at the ends, and you'll see it more because this is in like a plait. So remember when you got your plaits, you know, coming into these little sections here, it's going to be a bit darker because it's sort of creasing in together kind of thing. You know what I mean? So you've got like a crease and you're going to have the strands coming from that crease. So I'm kind of just playing with that at the moment, and I might pop in a little bit more of a Copic, like a yellowy colour. So we might come lighter here even with a slight yellow, or even lighter. You know, we'll have a look at what Copics we've got on the tones. But the thing is, what I'm trying to achieve is when you're coming off the plaits, you've got like a dark part, and then coming into the middle, we'll come to Jasmine again. We're going to put in that sort of highlight into these areas. So don't be afraid to sort of fiddle with it, because you're going in with your detail. Your Copics have done a lot of the work for you, which is great. And we don't have to do that layering up. So as we're going to come down to these areas, it's going to go lighter. Thank you, Connie. I think it's just going to go really well, because I think she's going to have like that Pocahontas vibe, you know, like a brownie or a tanned even. And then all these little bits are going to be reds and blues and golds. And I think it just looked really, really nice. I think we're going to have more of a Pocahontas vibe, but in the way of her like colours of her traditional like attire. Her eyes I'm going to match to the Husky. I think, well, Husky Wolf. We're going to get an inspiration from two things. So we're going to get an inspiration from the Husky eyes, and I'm just going to turn them this way. It's upside down. I'm going to get inspiration from the colour of this fur on this wolf. Can you see all those colours? So we're going to go more in the tones of the greys around here, and a little bit of that colour in his nose where it comes into like a slight, I'm going to put some ivory and some browns, like ever so slight into it. So, I'm watching that after, but I've watched some of them. I like Grimm. So we're going to sort of match up, and her eyes and his eyes are going to be that bright blue. So I think it'll all match really well. Okay, let's come back to Copics for a second, and I want an even lighter tone coming down. So I'm going to go something even like, we've got E30, haven't we? We can do YR30. Maybe. What about that one? I think that would be good. So YR30 is even lighter. YR31 is a bit too yellow. YR30 is slight yellow tinge, maybe. I have to find it. Bear with me. I'm going to find it. YR00. What about that one? Yeah, we can go lighter. YR00. Let me see what YR30 looks like in these. No. Don't hide. Don't hide from me. Hold on. Please don't hide. That is nice eggshells. Is it in these ones? Hold on. Oh. YR21. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Found it. There it is. Got it. So this is even nicer and lighter. So we're going to come down to that. So I've grabbed YR30 as well. Tammy, keep going. Do not give up. The first time might be the hardest. Okay, so these are sort of tones that I've got. Sorry, those ones. So the YR30 is a yellowy, it's called macadamia nut. We've got bisque, light camel, and sand. So they're the colours that we're going to use. So I think we're going to go first off with E30 and YR30. So we'll go, E30 is going to be, we need a middle tone. We need to carry on with the E33 there. Okay, let's try E33 first, right? So I haven't got the number on it, but I'll put the colour on there. Hi everyone coming in, because we've got this strand of hair that keeps with it here, so we have to follow. Okay, so this is E33, which is sand, I believe. Is it? Yeah, sand. It's a bit dark for sand, but there we go. Concentration with a Copic is insane. I love Copics though. You know, one thing I say, people ask, are they worth the money? I think so. I think they're amazing. There's just a few more that I need to get because some of the Copic chows double up with the Copic sketches. So I'm almost there. I've got to get all the ones that you see in white are missing. So quite, I don't know, about 30. And then there's some in there as well. But they're amazing. Hi Darla. Hey everyone coming in. Remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in caps because I'll miss it and I'll feel really bad. But you can use these tones in skin as well, you know, the ones that I'm using for her hair. It just depends on your placement. Your placement is probably your most important because if you get your placements right, then you can build on that. Okay, so that's E33. We're going to go to E30, which is the bisque, and we're going to join that up. Just pull that colour. They blend like butter. Okay, remember you must put protective paper behind, or well, card preferably, or a plastic sheet, which is in the cupboard in my other book, so I didn't get it out. I've got like a protective layer. Oops. Caitlin, that's fine, you can ask away. We're using Prismacolors and Copics. So we're using Prismacolors as the pencils, and these are Copics, so you can get them in two. They look like two different things, but they're not. One holds less and one holds more. So you've got the Copic sketch and the Copic chow. One has a brush end, which is signified by like this little grey. Can you see that? It's like a grey line, and the other end is a chisel nib, which is for larger areas. But it's easier in this book to use Copics first and use the pencils on top, just trust me. This I've struggled with so much. Okay, and then we're going to go for a little bit of the light camel, which is E55, and that's just going to go into our darkest areas. And I'm just going to bring some of those bits up. This isn't a tutorial, this is just colouring a page that you've picked. We did the tutorial on Helen Elliston last Tuesday, I would say this Tuesday, the last stream. Okay, and then we're going to go back in, let that dry a bit, but you know we were doing the bronze. We're going to do the bronze, we're going to put a hint of the jasmine and some sepia, and then as we come down is when we're going to lighten it up. So we're going to go into the YR30. So we're going to go lighter towards the end, with tiny bits of sepia coming up. If that makes sense, if I make sense, I hope I'm making sense. I know in my head. Okay, so we're going to go for bronze first. And sorry, let's bring you down. It's relatively sharp. Now my page has dried, the marker's dried, and just bring, you want the strands to sort of be visible, so the darker you go with your strands. Oh, what are you looking through? Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Julie. Remember, guys, if it's anything, pop it in caps if it's aimed at me. Because, yeah, caps, when you've got chat, it is so much easier for me to see. Okay, so we're going to put just enough to sort of signify some strands. Hey, Joey. You move to your table. We're going to get sepia, and nice sharp pencils when you're doing your hair is just recommended. You don't have to, but you won't get the strands if you don't. You'll get like a thick block rather than, you know, thin strands just always looks better. You'll have not as much detail. Hey, Linda. Maui Mermaids is one of my most favourite books in the entire world. For the fun factor, it just makes me happy. One of my favourite books, my favourite Hannah Lynn book that she's done. Okay, so that's the darker section. Now we're going to come a bit lighter as we're going down. So I'm just going to go in now with E30 just all over before we put any depth in, because I just want to sort of figure out. So just nice. This is blocking slightly because we've got to do the detail. Okay, so we'll put in a little bit of that E33 as well, but I'm just going to put my E30 in first, and then as I come down, I'm going to go over to my YR30. Sorry, wrong end. And I'm just going to bring that right to the bottom. See, that's super light. That's what I'm looking for. So I might even do a second coat. It's like the lightest one. Make sure that is perfectly behind you. It's the same with this part. Okay, and E30 again, because we'll put in some details as we go up. And pencil will be a great thing as well. So YR30 I'm just going to blend into. So I'm not pressing hard. You don't need to press hard with the Copics. They kind of do their own. They work for themselves really well. So can you see it's gone like lighter there, but we're going to put in the E33 slightly. Hi, Tiffany. Well, thank you so much for saying hi. And I'm fine with lurking as well. Lurking is just as good because you can get so much more done with lurking. But I appreciate you being in chat. It's nice to say hello. I often lurk, and I don't mean it, you know, in a rude way, but sometimes I'm like doing dinner or, I don't know, doing something. And I want to watch, but I really can't chat. And I feel bad because I can see all my friends in chat, chatting away. And I'm thinking, I want to say hello, but then I know I won't do X, Y, and Z. Like, I'll end up sitting there on the stream for a few hours when I need to do whatever it is I'm doing, you know. But the urge is so bad for me. I'm like, oh, let me say hello. But yeah, I just tend to get wrapped up. Okay, E30. Yeah, free entertainment while working. But so, you know, like, bless Connie. Connie streams after me on a Tuesday at 7, and I'm always doing the dinner. And I feel so bad, and I'll say hello, but then I go back into lurk mode because I'm cooking, because I've just done like a 3-hour stream, and then I go into cooking mode. So yeah, it's always the way. Yeah, it's just so hard. Okay, so the Copics has done my base of what I need to do. I'm just going to move these a minute. So you'll see, everyone asks, Copics bleed through so much. So do protect. do make sure you put that behind. Okay, so let's get some. I'm going to go for some light umber, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for light umber. I know, Connie, but I'm like, I really want to chat. And then I'm doing dinner because dinner time at 7, you know, light umber. And it's always the way. And I try and say hello and I'm like, oh no, but I do watch. I watch them. And if I don't watch them on the day or I have to be called away because, you know, I'm walking the dog, I'm doing the dinner, then I always watch back what I miss. And sometimes I skip through. It depends, you know, it depends on how much time I've got. But your tulips that you did were beautiful on the Helen Elliston. You're doing it in your Maria Troll. It's stunning. And yeah, I do watch them back. I just, sometimes I can't be there. I can't be in a lot of streams. And some of you stream at hours I'm asleep, like Belinda. I'm like, no. Belinda always streams at night time for me, like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I've got myself in a good routine now. I used to not sleep till about 3, and I still have those nights, but sometimes now I'm up till 11, 12, and I go to bed, and I'm up then at 8 in the morning or 9 at the latest. So I've got myself in a really good routine again because I was in a terrible routine and I was not sleeping and it wasn't any fun for me or Andrew, you know. Thank you so much. I know, Lozzie. I always cook a meal on the day, apart from I did a chili con carne, and that was for 2 days, so it's okay. Well, I'll catch you then. I see you're doing the Victorian Darling, not Victorian Darling, the Victorian Violino Lazariva. Which is lovely, but I just really, really miss being around people. But it's just how the cookie crumbles. We can't all be in the same destinations. Okay, Jasmine. And again, I'm going to bring into these areas. Make sure I like enhance a bit on that yellow. And you know, with the extra strands, I'm not doing those until there we go. I'm not doing those until I've done her skin. And like, you know, I do these ones coming down here. Do the skin first, otherwise you're going to muddy that colour. Thank you. I was just about to do that. Hi, Shonda. Didn't see you there. So yeah, I tend to watch things back a lot. I always give a thumbs up. Always. So I couldn't be in Laura's as well the other day. She's just doing the mermaid. She's doing a colour along if you want to go visit on the channel. It's the, I'm sure you'll know. It's the one out of Hannah Carlson's. And I couldn't be there, so I watch things back. I give a thumbs up on stuff. Okay, so these ones here, just, I'm going to be a bit careful. Now, they're quite dark in that area, so I'm just going to get a little bit of the bronze. And this section here is quite dark, so I'm just going to make sure that I take out that grey line and put some of the brown in, because I just think it looks better, personally. Just fiddle your picture until you're happy. Yeah, I do all the time. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, sweet. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing okay. And as I said, we're sending prayers to those who have lost their fur babies or spiky babies. And we hope that we can cheer you up a little bit, you know. That's what my aim is, cheer you up. Yeah, it's looking gorgeous. And then I'm going to get some sand. Or do I want some eggshell? No, we get some. Let's try some eggshell because that's quite light, isn't it? Let's try that one. Okay, so let's go for a lighter at the base. It's got all these beautiful, like, different tones of blonde. I'm just going to go in that little section there as well. And I love that the Copics have done the majority for us. And then the final little bit on that is, you know her ends, I put some sepia. I'm just going to do the same. You know, like you have little tips. Hope it's in your screens. And those are coming in. Thank you so much for 8,000 of you. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. I know I said it to everyone at the beginning, but those that are joining us late, thank you so much. It is such a celebration. That's why I put it on the table, to thank you. Because I put it in a post and it's not good enough. I have to thank you here in person. Okay, so I'm just going to put some sepia at the very base. I'm just going to bring up some strands and down some strands so that you kind of get like a wispy effect. Yeah, let's go around like that. And then, you know, you can sort of play with your hair and you can sort of fiddle until you're happy. Don't overwork it. Thank you so much. Thank you, lovelies. So if I just zoom it out a second, because you're quite zoomed in, and then you can see. Okay, so what I mean in regards to playing with your hair is we've had a base, worked with it, and then you kind of go from a light and dark and play around with the shading and the shadows of what you want. How you want something to be is entirely up to your vision. My vision was going to be a little bit lighter, but I actually like the colour she's gone, because she's gone like this auburn colour with a red tint. And the red tint kind of came from the Copic, which is the E33, which is sand. But it looks more red on a screen than it is. And you'll see through the picture, when I put the picture up, that it's completely different in terms of it's more brown. And then I really wanted it to come to like a lighter colour as you come down the end. So you're playing with those sort of mousy brown tones into like that dark blonde. Oh, yeah, we overwork it, don't we, Charlotte? Yeah, I mean, we have our fair share of not so wonderfuls, and we have our fair share of things that do go wrong, but that's in every walk of life. But for the majority, I'd say it's the best thing in the world. So it's really a nice colour. It's kind of like those tones I'm looking for. I really want ochres. I want browns. I want the native colours around her headdress and her tassels and her jewellery. And then here, I want in sort of greys with the black tones and some brown tones in there. And I want him to have husky eyes, but I want her eyes and his eyes to match. Originally, I think that the yellow would have done quite nice if I made him into a wolf, because she's got like this hair and it would go with like a yellow, but then it would look odd on her. But I think maybe the blue tones would be best. So we're going to go with that. Connie, you did amazing. Yeah, I think the colours are just going to work really well. I've just got that in my head that I want it sort of warming. It's warming, isn't it? So we're just going to go for the other sides because we've got it all out and it won't take us long now. And then I think we'll go for the clothing and we'll do, what's the time? Oh, we've got still a bit of time, yeah. So we'll see what we can get done today. Let's just move on with it, because otherwise we'll be here forever because I chat too much. Right, so Copics, back to Copics, back to E33. I'm going to have to turn you ever so slightly. I'm so sorry because I'm at this angle like that here, and otherwise my Copics are going to be in different directions to what they need to be. So I'm going to work from this area up. So this is E33. Actually, if I put that on this there for you, you can see. So this is E33, and I'm just very lightly placing in where I'd like the sort of red tones to come down. So I'm just being, because you can go too thick and they have a brush tip which is easier to control. I personally prefer brush tips to chisel or bullet. I think it's much easier because you can go thick to thin. It's a lot easier to control in general. Let me zoom you in. There you go. Thank you. Oh no. Well, I'm doing it again. You got round 2. You got round 2. Okay. So E30 is just gonna, again, placement of strands. We're very fortunate that Anastasia's given us that. So we don't have to be too, we don't have to think too much, and we can just go with the illustration. And the illustration talks a lot, so it's so nice to be able to do art that helps you out a bit as well. I like that. I like when some of the shading is done. It's not like grayscale. It's more like just to help with some shading. Melissa, this is Nocturne's, hun. Hold on. I'll put all the links for everything and all the products I showed in the beginning, and for the Disney Colour-a-thon schedule coming up as well. So I'll link everything for you. Okay, so this is E30, which is bisque. Why did that go on? Hold on. Oh, what a numbnut. What a numbnut. I put the wrong one on. There we go. That's E30. I put the E30 lid on the YR Copic. A nincompoop. I love that word. That is what I was at that moment in time. That cracked me up when I heard that for the first time. It's one of those words that still makes me laugh to this day, and that's not being immature, it's just funny. I usually like to say a wally, but some of you would not know what I'm talking about if I call myself a wally. Okay, so nice start. Hi anyone and everyone that's coming in. Happy Saturday, and I hope you're having a good one. I know. Hey Jane, how are you healing up? Back to E33 sand. I can only put that in there so you can see the colour. Yeah, I haven't heard it in a while either. It does make me laugh every time I do hear it, and it's just one of those words that it just sounds ridiculous. Okay, so her hair is kind of mixing over to where the wolf is, so we've got to be very careful. And her face is there as well, so just be careful in your placement. Ah, you're moving, Rachel. That can be so stressful. I hope it goes okay. Okay, that's fine. You go put your groceries away, Charlotte. Thanks for coming. Lots of love to you all. Little Zadie. Oh, no. So you're still having to keep a lot of the time being horizontal. Oh, that's amazing. You're going to have your own studio craft space. That will make you feel inspired, won't it? I think that's such a big thing. I mean, I haven't got one here. I use my dining table. I set up my dining table. I'll have to show you when I move. I'll move the camera at the end. Just remind me. I set my dining table up with everything around me, and I do it that way. I like to move everything off the table. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think is quite an inspiring thing if you can have a space that calls everything to you, that inspires you. Whether that be outside, whether that be inside, if you've got a studio space. Pat's got a gorgeous studio space, I saw. Desiree's got my kind of heaven. Oh, yeah, I remember Ed, and Eddie on Cartoon Network. Oh my gosh, brings back memories. Okay, so I'm just going to move off from that a second, and I'm going to go back to my E30. And I'm just going to go straight on in there. Just be very careful because, as I said, the fur starts there. So just go towards the edges of the fur. And her face as well. So just, oh my gosh. And I've just got to be very careful of where that's going. I don't want it to go on her face. So, right, we're coming back down. I know. Well, Desiree has got one of the best studios ever. Oh, May! Hey! How's your son? Oh, Dexter's lab was brilliant. E33. Yeah, we got to love our co-pics, May. How's Nikolai? How's his recovery? Bless him. And how are you streaming? Are you back with us tomorrow? I'm just going to turn you up. Is that better? That's better. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? Nice and clear. I know, but it's there to inspire. It's there to inspire. So you just walk in there and stare at it and watch Moana on your big screen. Did you see that art book? The Art of Moana. That's the next one I'm going to get. It looks amazing. Susie's still here, but Susie's got it. And Susie, if you're here, can you send a flip through the Moana one? I haven't seen it. Oh, great. Bless him. Well, I hope that he recovers quickly. It sounds like quite a nasty break that he had. But there's no pressure on you. I was just wondering if you were back and what you were up to. Thank you, Susie, you're here. Here you are. I didn't watch a flip through of that one. I don't think there is one, or maybe there is. I just couldn't find it. I've watched a flip through of the other art books in the Wish Warehouse. I Wish Warehouse this. But I haven't seen one of that. Well, it's the challenge. It's a challenge to do the guys. Is that saying something? E30. I'm just going to go over. Okay, so I'm just focusing for a second. Hi, Christina. How are you? Okay, so I'm just going in with E30. I think they dispatched your magazine, Christina, so I'll let you know when it arrives. Thank you so much. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I got it there, May, because I was saying thank you. But it's more towards you all, because I don't mean that in the cheesiest way, but it's because it's a congratulations to you all as well. You got it here, and you're just as much. It's a community channel. It's not a Sam channel. Well, the Wish Warehouse, Christine, it grows and grows and grows. And you get lost in it. You're like, well, it's never ending. Like, you get lost as you go to it. Okay, go eat your pizza. You get lost in it. Okay, I'm going to go at the bottom to YR30, because at the minute it's just, you see something and you're just like, okay, I want that in the collection, and then it goes in there, and then something else goes in. Not to be greedy, it's just like, don't forget, it's just a wish. These are YR30 and E30. It's just a wish. So that's why it's called a wish list. Now, you can buy, wish is what I do. I buy off it, monthly. Okay, back to E30. And then I just add something in each, or a few things in each month. Like today, I bought the art book, the lowish one, and I bought the case. And then, the next purchase might be another art book, or No, your wish lists on Amazon, Jane. Our wish warehouses, we call them, because they're like a warehouse because they get longer and longer and longer. So there you can add as much or as little in. I add in, you know, my wishes, and then, you know, as and when I can, I will buy something off it because I just go through it. I can spend hours on it. E30 again. And then I might find something in that thing. Oh yeah, I'd like to buy that because I really wanted that. Then I might look at it again and I might go deeper and delve deeper into it. And then I might find something else. Oh, Desiree hasn't got a channel. She's here. E30. She hasn't got a channel. She's one of my mods, but she's got an amazing studio. She's got it over on her Instagram. So yeah, the colour matches. Connie. It's so true. It's our bank. We see something, we want it, we end up in that hole. It steals our money. How does that happen? Okay, E33 sand. It steals it. It's terrible. We should complain. It needs like a lock and key, really. Okay, I'm just going to have to turn you a second. And then I'm going to start adding the detailing because we've got no pencil detail yet. So I'm just focusing where I want some darker strands in. Let's go here. Hold on. Do you think if I complained, they'd listen? No, because I need my account. I would never say to someone, shut my account down, because then I'd be lost, because that's where I do most of my shopping. And you know yourselves, you know, it's terrible. Yeah, it was E33 that time. I am saying them out loud. Back to E30. I haven't got cards for these because I'll be doing 300 odd cards. So I'll tell you what they are, and there's the colours on the tops. If it's too zoomed in, it won't show you. E30. And I'm just blending that out. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do with the markers for now. We're going to now go over to this side with our pencils. So I'm going to come to the top like I did. We went with bronze, didn't we? And light umber was it? We might even have some dark umber to the very last details. Okay, so nice sharp pencils, and we need bronze. It's just picks today. Warehouse management. Yeah, we need one of those. I'm just going in with bronze, and this is Prismacolors for anyone that's wondering. Management. Can you imagine if we got banned? It would be a travesty. Yeah, so just I've called. You want me to call them out again? I'll just repeat what I was doing. So I went down with E30 on the bottom and YR30. We went in with E33, and they're the three that we used, and now we're going with the Prismacolors. So we're putting in the details. The E33 is your darkest Copic to add. And then everything else is kind of blended out with going with one another. Yes, Getchen Chow. I am. You're perfectly right. So it's just Copics. Just Copics. And I find this paper, you know, we had struggles with this paper, right? This paper is not the best when it comes to pencils. We have a lot of struggles on it. But when you mix media this paper up, it's not too bad. It's actually very workable. And I find that the Copics is probably the best call if you want to do the hair. Yeah, the whole morning. Yeah. Yeah. They just hold more ink, I think. I think that's why. And they're more expensive because they hold more ink. Which is silly because you still got to buy the refills regardless, you know. That's a selling point, but you've still got to buy the refills and just the same for both. So I just think that's a bit silly. you got chip on the brain. You got a chip on the brain, Connie. Oh, I'm so glad that Dee Dee did your portrait and melodies, Connie. I've got chip on my wall as well. So you remember Dee Dee did the portrait. So let me just zoom out. We've all got, oh, hold on. We all got a portrait done from Dee Dee in the pan pastels. And I got Chip and Connie got her Oliver. Oh, sorry about the glare. So I got this one of Chip and Connie got Oliver. He's fast asleep beside me. And Melody got Rex, which I'm so glad that you got them. Oh God, I have to put that on the wall after. I can't do it now. So lovely, isn't it? I love it. Yeah, gorgeous. They are so. She's just a wizard. A wizard. I love Dee Dee. She's amazing. She's like, I don't know, she's my guru. I call her, she's just a wizard to me. Connie, I know you feel the same. Dee Dee is just my go-to inspiration. I don't know, she just screams everything. She's so happy. She's just, I think she's an inspiration to many of us. And I love her attitude. I love her enthusiasm. I love that she does everything. I love that she just has been around on YouTube and Ustream, just being around people. She's a people person to me. She needs to be with people. She's just amazing. I know. I know. Oh yeah, you bought it. Oh, amazing. You can go sit out there and get comfy. I didn't realise you bought it. You'll have to send pictures when he's put it up. He's going to be hard at work doing that today. Bless him. I know. No, I knew you were looking at it. You sent me the pictures. Is it the one that you sent to say that you're looking at? That really cozy set. Oh, nice. Show me when it's all done. I'll be so jealous. I want to come round. Yeah, Dee Dee is just one of those. And there's so many channels that are so uplifting. And Cajun's a new channel who always is so happy. And Connie, your floral stuff is beautiful. And Connie does a lot out of, like, in her free time that is incredible. And I think you could show and teach so much, Connie. You do such amazing paintings. You do your mandalas, you do your rocks, you do so many crafts. I think you could do so much. You started with me, Jane. Oh my goodness. I never thought that anyone would have done. I feel like I'm sort of new on the scene, if that makes sense. Time flies. It flies. No, I couldn't see me, Connie. I know, she's always so happy, Cajun, Spicy Pat. As, I don't know, something just draws, it just makes me laugh. I love laughter. Dee Dee makes me laugh. To this day, when she does her mic, Mike. Just, I can't stop laughing. I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. It's this, you know, it never gets old. Oh, my Christmas reindeer. Oh my goodness. What, the Hannah Linney thing I did? That feels like a millennium ago. Oh my goodness. Don't bin anything. Keep it. Oh my goodness. You know, if something doesn't work for you now, it'll work later. I mean, pastel pencils never worked for me in the beginning. I've had my Faber-Castell pastel pencils for 3 years. And yeah, I have not made them work. But you might take a class and it will be different. So don't bin them. Keep them. Things change. Okay, we're going to go for Jasmine. Now, when you're again, because we're going on top of yellow, right? So you need to be quite generous with the lay down of this for it to show, but you still want strands because you want that light to show, but you want the light blonde behind it as well. Yeah. And she's just gone and left us. Where is she? Have I gone again? Is my sound okay? I've done 2 reindeer things. You know, I threw that reindeer in the Mariola one because I was so unhappy with it by the end. I got cut off. Am I back? Am I back? Hope I'm back. It is very windy outside. Can you see me? Okay. Oh, she's doing payroll. Okay, perfect. If it goes at any time, just shout it out at me like you do. I love that you all tell me because I never know. I don't know. You're back. Thank you. If anything ever goes at me, just scream it out at me. I promise. I'll try my hardest to get back. Sometimes the internet and YouTube are a little bit temperamental. Okay. So you can see the yellows work really, really well. Great. Yeah, it was the Mariola one. Hi, Robin. And remember, anyone, it was Beth Ann that won the giveaway. If she comes in at any time, let her know. And if she watches this back, Beth, you can get me on Instagram. I know she messages me on Instagram, so. Okay, so let's put some deeper in this now. So that was Jasmine. Now I'm going to get some sepia. And that's going to go on the ends. We don't need to do too much because the Copics have done it. So let's just make sure our ends are quite, you know, that you have a tip that comes a little bit darker. And yeah, I like that look. It kind of just gives it like a dip dye look. Do you know what I mean? I like doing that with like pink and like a lilac on the end or something. All right, so also you can see where's dark areas. Just go with that, and we're going to do it in our little plaits because in the plaits, as I said, they're going to like crunch together like that. So you're going to have, ultimately, imagine if you do this, it's not straight, is it? You're going to have like shadows. Ah, Helly, thank you so much for your super chat. I do not know currency, so that says Denmark. Thank you so much. That is so incredibly kind of you. It's funny when I see the currencies, I'm like, DKK. Thank you, Helly. You are so sweet. Oh, that's made my heart go like, that's giving me a bit of, I think I'm really emotional at the moment. I'm not crying, don't worry, I'm not crying, I'm just thanking you so much. So you know when you've got a hair and then you've got like little strands going from it? Danish kroners. I wonder what your currency was. I'm thinking Danish, what's the K? I don't know currencies around the world. I didn't know that you were in I know you're in Denmark. I thought you were in euros. Shows you how much I know. No, I am not pregnant, Jane. hopefully one day soon, but not yet. Okay, so you're going to have all those strands. So with this, I really just want to give like a lift to each of these individual plaits. Yeah, fuzzy heart. That's the one. I got a fuzzy heart. So just very, very lightly. And the sharpener, Melissa, that I use is a swordfish. It's this one. It's got like a crank. Oh, you didn't get it. Oh, I wondered. I thought all of Europe was. Then I've learnt something today. So if I ever went to Denmark, I'd have to get the currency. It's like when you go to different currencies. Where did I go once? Where was it? It was Turkey. And it's like 2 million Turkish lira for a dinner. And you're thinking, I'm lost. What is that? And it throws you off entirely. Currencies make me laugh. I was doing a quiz once and it was there was a currency section and I only knew 3. I was terrible. I need to learn. I need to learn around the world. I think it's the same if you go, I think, somewhere else has it. We go to Egypt, they've got their own currency. We can't go there at the moment, but you know. And where else? Turkey's got Turkish lira. Drachma used to be in, oh, I know. I'm trying to think now. Drachma used to be Greece, but they went to euro, didn't they? If I'm correct. My screen is flashing. Are you all good? Trying to think now. The Caribbean, I think, is dollars. They use dollars. We use pounds. America uses dollars. I don't know my currencies at all. Oh, okay. My screen went all funny. Okay, that's good. My screen went like flashed out. I was thinking, I don't want you all disappearing. Okay. So sepia is just to get some of those hairs darker so it matches, right? Yeah. Cents and dollars. Did you have an old currency? Because here they used to have shillings, 10pence, 2pence. And when did the pound come in? It was not too long ago. Can't remember. Thank you so much, Helly. I'll get something, obviously. I might just top up on a few singles that we use in there. Add a little hiccup. I'll get some singles, Helly, because I've run out of pumpkin orange because I've been nicking them out of my other things. Ones that I use too much, I'm just going to have to top up on. So thank you so much. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, Tammy. I should imagine if it's in like mint condition and it's been valued. I think Roman coins and stuff are more the value. But I'm just going to put a few hairs like coming off. You know how I like to do. So I won't do the ones coming slightly over the face until after. Yeah, and my mum still says things like 2pence and shilling. And I'm like, Mum, can you convert that over, please? I do not understand that currency. I'm just talking about that because it just reminded me that I'm really rubbish with where people are and what currencies they're in. And I like to know, like I'm a curious mind. So when I see something, I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I'm going to buy a few singles and I'll let you know, Helly. I'll put them on Instagram. I'm going to buy a few singles. I'll top up on a few that we're running low on. Pumpkin orange and chocolate. Those two, for some reason, I use a lot. I use it in everything. Right. I really like the colour of her hair. Let me, right, there we go. Her hair has come out how I was hoping by the end. Now, with her root, I'm just going to go in slightly with my darkest colour, which is going to be dark. I might do black. We'll get black. This is just a black. And with black, be very careful because, as I say most of the time, it is just there to add the final details. It's not there to overshadow all your hard work. So when you're going with black, like, you can either go quite deep or you can go super light. And these super light details, believe me, will make a difference because they're very, 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 very subtle. Oh, there's so many, Melissa. I did. It is beautiful. I'm sure I did. I saw a Medusa one. Let me have a look, April. Let me just refresh my memory. And Ray is doing this. The Pirate Out of Nocturnes. Look how beautiful that is. How stunning is that? I love the detail. You put stickles. I love it so much. Okay, April. Let's have a look, hon. Here we go. April's just done this from, can you see that? From Mythomorphia. So she's done like pink and yellow snakes. The Artesias are amazing. It's so beautiful. But yeah, Desiree. Oh, you did one from there, April. I love this book. You know the Nelly. Neleki. I can never say her name. But yeah, Desiree's doing Nocturne's Pirate. And look, she's got stickles in those jewels. I don't know if you can see that, if it'll pick it up. Let's have a look. Let's go deeper. Can you see the stickles? It's just amazing. I love it. But look at the face. It's so beautiful. So I think this is her second go. She was doing another one. Right, let me adjust my lighting again. Amazing. Okay, so with black, as I was saying, let me just quickly go back. Now, it's just minor details to make your areas that you want deep. So in her case, it's the root, a little bit more detailed, and it is very faint and very light. And it really does just add those finishing touches. And you can also, when you're done, just bring a couple of like small strands over, so you can do them out of the plaits, just little, just small, and it just adds those little final details in, especially if you've got any areas that are super dark and need a lift. I find that using black in small quantities can make all the difference. Right, let's now, I'm going to focus, do you know what, I think I'm going to focus on her eyes and the husky eyes. Shall we go with the like blues over the yellow? What do you think? Shall we? Okay, because we're going to match them. Now I can start off with blue, but we've got to put some like whites in there. So because they're only small, you've got to be so careful. B000, no, 40 is following the B, not the triple. We do triple. Now we go for the triple, B000, and then we might go for the very edge with B00, and we'll put some details in. So they're really nice colours. So that's the B000, which is like a very ice blue, and then BG01, I think. So we'll go for these two colours, right? We've got to go super careful. So very, very, very carefully. With the BG000, we're going to just go, wrong way, wrong one, the other end. Just, you know her eye here, we're going to go on the inner section, just the inner part. I'll show you when it's all done, because you might not see it in the screen, because if I come in too much, it's going to blur you. And then the BG01 is just going to go very carefully around the edge like that. So if we've got to do some details with the this time I'm going to do all the details with the pencil, but for now that's going to give us our base color, right? I think they're the right choices. You'll see it more in the wolf eyes, do all the highlights. So remember, let me just go around the inner part again. You're going to have your Posca as well. Okay, so BG01, just very carefully place around the outer part. So come over to your Wolfie, and I might take that away because it's distracting. Again, inner part is BG000. This is just our base. So on the inner, it's good to plan, and then BG01. I'm going to go around the top, right? So we want these really, really milky. I want them to be light. So we'll get these going. Oh, you do it all day. Your talents are in you. I say it all the time. It's there. I'm just there to say, go for it. Do it. Don't be scared. It's paper. Right, so this is just the start, right? So those two that we used were BG000 and BG01, right? So they're just our first two. Now we've got to find the Prismacolors that are going to match to really enhance them. So in your Prismas, there's quite a few like aquamarine sort of type of colours, but let me have a look. Let's get our cards. So I want something that will really pop. So we need to keep it in that sort of form of being bright-eyed, not too dark. Let's get these. Hold on. Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Inspire. If I do that, I've done my job. That's what I'm here for. Have fun and inspire. Okay. So there's like a silver. Ooh, we could do some cool grey 20% in there, because that will just give it like that. Mix it in with the blue. You'll see what I mean. I've got it in my head what to do. Okay. Just finding the colours, that's all. Okay, let's find the colours I'm looking for. The blues are around here somewhere. Hey, you found them. Right, so true blue could be a tiny bit around the edge. We need a very light blue now. Electric blue is kind of the colour, but my electric blue is terrible. I don't know about anybody else, but mine is really rubbish. Let's just have a look. I need a light one, maybe powder. I'm looking at those colours, and we need to put some detailing in. Colour of Claire's amazing. She's got so many things. She does so much. Let me just add these in. Let's just play around with a bit of colour in the eye. Right, you need super sharp pencils now. So let's find our colours that we need. Powder blue. I don't know if I've got that in here. If not, I'll get my pencil case. I might have it. That's sky blue light. Okay, let's go to our pencil case, the other one. Oh, I know, my electric blue does not work with me. I don't know why. But then Honors one is perfectly fine. I said to her before, and she's like, no, my electric blue's all right. And I'm like, oh, it must be me. But I think quite a few people do have it. Well, we're going to try it again. It might work. Let's have faith. Should we try it? Let's try it, because it's the colour I'm looking for, really. Is it going to be? No, it's crumbly. It is crumbly. Right. So I'm just going to, with the electric blue, I'm just going to go around the edge only. Just going to be super careful and just bring in little tiny spiky bits. So don't forget your whites are going to come in. So we want them bright, don't we? We don't want to sort of go away from that at all. We really want bright. true blue? Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna, that's the one I'm looking for. Okay, so in her eyes are small, so just got to be a bit careful. I'm just gonna bring some detailing in. And don't forget, around the eye as well, you can't do too much in this. It's so small, you won't see much of the detail. But if we come over to our wolf here, we're going to just pick some of those elements up. Just trying to very, very lightly plant in just a tiny bit of that, sort of like spiky bits coming up. We need powder blue. Hey, can you hear her? Yeah, she's telling everyone now. Hi. Okay, so we're going to come on the underneath here. We're going to add white elements, which will make it pop, but you need your Posca for that. So we'll come in the middle. Just very, you won't see it too much at the minute. And then, where are you, madam? Oh, you're over there. I wondered where you've gone. Hey. Hold on. Where is? Trying to find the colour. Right. Just the smallest amount possible, because it's dark and I don't want dark, is just tiny elements around the top of her eye. And then the same with his. You know, the tops are usually generally a bit darker. It mixes in with the true blue as well. Right, so it's just light. You don't want too much because it's just going to take away all the elements of what you're trying to achieve. And as you know, it's just ruin it. Okay, so I'm just going to get a Posca. I'm just going to make sure she has got like a little sort of shine in her eye. And then he's got like a shine at the top. But I don't want to overcomplicate them because they'll end up, you know, taking away that sky blue. If you look at the wolf side, let me show you. They're really milky. So we need to put slightly darker on one side only. If you look, it's just dark and then it's got a dark middle and the middle is really milky, isn't it? So you need to keep that element of dark around rather than all over. So if you come with your indigo, you can just deepen up one side like it does, and then keep your sort of shine in the middle and light blues, because it keeps that sort of look, and you want her to match. I really want them to sort of be like they're meant to be. It just sort of, I don't know, they pop, don't they? I think they're one of those things though, it just takes practice, Tammy. And you can bring like, you know, like they're not like spikes, but they're little lines from your colour that come in towards the eye. And then your black, so just grab your black pencil, just deepen the iris, not the iris, the pupil, sorry. The pupil, deepen the pupil. And the same with the eye part around. They've got like this dark element around their eyes. Sorry, I'm just in the zone. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to make his eyes stand out. Oh. Oh, yeah, I've seen them, Connie. They are stunning, aren't they? Okay, so the black will make this part stand out. So just go around with the black and just just sort of like in small areas, very, very lightly, just start to apply the black. No. Oh, yes. Yeah. I loved her channel. She only ever did flip throughs, didn't she? She is one of the main reasons why I bought the amount of books I did colouring in the dark. I love her channel. You know what? That is a good point. I have not seen her for ages. But she is responsible for a lot of spending. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. And I wonder how Susie is. Susie's colouring cottage, because I haven't seen her in a while. And Nana, I've missed her in the streams. Nana Mo, she's been on holiday, but she just, I hope she's, I don't know, she's having a good time from her Instagram post. She's another one I haven't seen for a while. But anyone that I haven't seen for a while, I do wonder how you are. I know. I didn't either, but yeah, she did amazing flip throughs. Okay, can you see how much that enhances his eyes? And the same with her. We've got to do around her eye as well. So we've got to do the greys in the eyes. So with the grey, we're going to pick out yeah, that's a good point. I've not seen her for a long time. I wonder if she's all right. No. Let's grab some slate grey. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long, long time. Okay, so eyes are never completely white. They do have a tinge, so you can add a little bit in. I wouldn't say go over the whole thing, just add a bit. You can do this with grey, any grey. I just add a little bit of anything that I kind of have in my hand. And then very lightly with a red, and I mean the lightest pressure possible to mankind, put some tiny little bits of, like, they're like veins. You've got them in your eyes, you know, they are veins, but they're not like popping out like the ones in your wrists and stuff. They are so faint, right? So with her eyeball, just very small, and they are so faint, just tiny little, tiny little veins. But as I said, it's not like the ones here, like you've got like a river of them. They're little red ones. The ones here are all blue. They're tiny little red ones. Oh, do you want a story? Can you see my wrist? It's got like an H, isn't it? There, it looks like an H. Andrew's nickname is H because there was 2 Andrews in his class, and he was Andrew H and the other one was Andrew C. So they didn't call him Andrew, they called him H, and he was H all his life. He still is by his friends. So I said to him, look, it's destiny. It's destiny. We've got hold on 1 second, hon. Let me do that. The Johnny Blaze one. Yeah. But isn't that like weird? I said that to him. We were supposed to be together because I got an H. It's like in my anatomy. It's in. I can't tell. It's like a permanent tattoo. And he was like, "You're so cheesy." I'm like, yep. You wouldn't have me any other way. Okay. So I'm gonna get. This is just henna. I can't find the cards for everything. I've got cards everywhere. I have to sort my cards out again. Where's my henna? Yeah, there's always going to be one. It's the weekend. We expect them, don't we? We expect them. It's like when kids and stuff are off school, you're always going to get some trolls in the house. You just flag them and ignore them. Ignore them. So yeah, whatever. I can't find the henna one. I'm just going to tell you, henna, because I can't find it, otherwise I'll be here forever. They are bored. They need to get out and get a hobby. They should go and pick a colouring book up. Just tiny amount. And then I'm just going to get my black. Just going to outline her eye. And I'm not going to do any of her other stuff because I need to do her skin. So no, Connie, not till September. But they kind of match, right? So you can see they will match, and when it's done properly and it's all enhanced, and everything will be enhanced around her eyes. But I can't do that until I've done her skin, because otherwise it's just gonna, end up muddying out. But you can see it will match. Especially his will stand out once all his fur's done. But what I might do is start planning. I don't know if I want to do the skin next or not. Should we do our little beads and stuff? No, I want to do a skin first, because all these little beads, they're going to end up getting smudged, probably, knowing me. I'd rather do the skin first and, do from there. Thank you. I've only been on 2 hours. I could actually do another half an hour. I think what I'd like to do. Should we start his fur? Because then I can do like a base with a Copic, or I could just go in with the. Just thinking, I just want to do Christmas on him. Oh my gosh, Susie! I was just talking about you. Are you okay? I was just saying, I hope you're okay. We can start his fur. We can start his head. I was wondering how you'd be. Don't be a stranger. I was wondering how you were, making sure you were okay. You get worried when you don't see people, you see. We get a little bit like, where's that? Are they all right? And get a bit concerned. I'm so glad to see you. I was just wondering, just making sure. That's all. Just making sure. I'm gonna do, well, it's gonna be greys, and we're gonna add little brown elements with like sandbar brown. So we're gonna pick our greys out. Now, for me, the best things are the warm greys mixed in with the French greys, because they've got a brown tone to them. So let me get them. Let me find what we need. Oh, you're at your sister's wedding. See, these are nice colours. Oh, I'm so glad, Susie. Well, you get yourself better, but I'm just glad that you popped in. Bethan! Where is she? Bethan, you won the giveaway. You won this colour secret thingy, special effectsy things. Sorry, I can't think. I've got too much on the brain. You won the giveaway. You won this, the colour of special effects. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. Message me your postal address and I'll get this done later. You're in the US, right? You're in the US. I'm pretty sure you are. But yeah, you won. Congratulations. That's a good day, isn't it? Oh, bless you. It's a good day for Beth. I like that colour. I like the French greys. I'm going to mix with the warm greys. So we're going to get these. Bear with me. The special effect thingies. The thing please, the thing that you want. Oh gosh, I can't think. Your brain goes to mush when you're looking for colours, because I'm thinking of colours and I'm trying to get my words out at the slate grey. Words out at the same time. Okay, let's sort this out. So I'm looking. Ooh, that might be a nice brown to add. Ah, you're welcome. You won fair and square. Oh, what's another nice one? Let's just get our warms and our Frenches, and we will go from there. I'm excited because she won. I get so excited. Oh, it's another nice one. I get excited for everyone when they win something, because I know how I'd feel. I know that I'd be over the moon. I mean, when Dee Dee did Chip's picture, and I was like almost in tears from being so happy. So, you know, it's such a nice, and it's such a nice thing for me to be able to do for someone. So I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy right now. I just sorry, just bear with me, everyone. I'm trying to find the black. I don't think I've got it, so I'm just going to say the word black, because I haven't actually. I'm just grabbing all my warm greys and French greys and a couple of browns. I can't. Do you know, I do that all the time, genuinely. We're going to have some fun with this paper now, aren't we? Oh, that's another one. There we go. That's another grey that I could add in. That's a cool grey, but it's a nice one. I know. It's an amazing feeling. And I know as a YouTuber, it's an amazing feeling to be able to do that as well. It's like, I know most YouTubers that do a giveaway, anyone that does a giveaway, it's like I don't know, it just gives you a sense of joy. I can't describe it. No, not all the greys. I'm just picking. Oh, that's another nice one. I'm just picking colours that could work. So, and then I will go through them and see. Oh, another one. Heck, I'm nearly there. We are almost there. Okay, I've gone through them all now. I'm just taking them all out so they're there. That's all. There we go. So we've got the colours. Now, we're going to use this as inspiration. I'm going to move this. It's distracting. I'm going to make a cup of tea. That's it. Just pile them all up there. Just pile them. We're going to use how many colours? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're not really, but I've just got them anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we've got some like greys. They're more like, if you look at the French greys, hold on. Let's find. Oh my goodness. There we go. French grey. So if you look at French greys, they could go into a tone of, oh, let's get no glare. They could go in tones around the head. And like if you look at the browns, a beige sienna could go into like this area, mix it in with some sandbar brown. It could like make this tone, even some light umber. The lightest tones could be like the light French greys or the light greys, can't decide yet. They could go like around there before it goes into the darker ones. And then you can go into like the deep warm greys and the blacks as if you come like towards here. But you're also going to need some Posca as well, because we've got to put those. If you look, there's like white in there as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're not doing it all at the moment. We are going to start with this side of the head, right? But with that said, I'm going to get a cup of tea and I'm going to move this because it's distracting me so much. But thank you so much, guys, for 8,000 subscribers. I am so thankful. And honestly, my heart is so full right now. So cheesy as that sounds, and I don't care. I'm so thankful to you all. But yeah, we're going to use Darlene's picture as our inspiration station. And we're just going to get cracking with it, because if we don't, I'm just going to sit and ponder. And pondering does me no good because I overthink. So I'm just going to get on with it. put this away. Okay, so this is, it's funny because I always dip into my new sets and end up taking the same colours out of them. And then when I go to get the colour, it's not there. Right, bear with me. No, I'm not leaving. I'm just quickly leaving. Temporarily. No, it's temporary. Just a very temporary measure. I need a cup of tea. But I am going to move this because, as I said, it is really, really, really distracting for me. So just bear with me because if I can just rip this off. I need to move everything though. 1 second, guys. Let me just move that because it's distracting. There we go. That's so much better. Much better. My tea fairy's at work. He's at work. Okay, so we're going to do that, that and that. Right, be right back. Okay, Pickle, thank you so much. And thank you, Beth. Sorry, I'm just trying to read that while the kettle's boiling. Enjoy your day. Oh, Chip, what are you starting for, mister? Enjoy your day, Pickle. Oh, are you telling her to enjoy her day as well? That's very kind. Are you telling her as well? I love you. I love you, Munchkin. Are you telling Pickle? Are you telling Pickle? You're a good boy. No, I'm not playing. Mummy's making a cup of tea. Go back to her stream. Yeah, no, I'm not playing. No, I'm not playing. Do you want to chew? Do you want to chew? 1 minute. Here you go, Chip. Where are you, Munchkin? There you go. Yeah, good boy. Right, let's get back to you guys. Let's put my glasses back on. Go and have a chew, Bubba. Tilly. Here, baby, sit on that, eat you. Right, I'm back. So I'm going to just start the fur off and see where we're going with it. Sorry about that. I just had to get a cup of tea because when you've been talking for two and a half hours, your mouth kind of needs a drink. Right, so let's start on him. Yeah, I always call him Munchkin. Or Chippy. Because his name's Chippy all the time. Chippy. And she calls him Chiplet. Munchkin most of the time. I have to. Alright, should we do a face of a Copic? Okay, so there's Warm Grey 0 and Warm Grey 1. Warm Grey 2 might be the one that's a step up. Let's just do a little bit. I'm just going to come around. You have to be very careful with your highlights and lowlights. Hey, Kenny. No, I'm still here for about another 20-25 minutes. I'm not. Good to see you. So we're going to use a little bit of inspiration from this, especially with the colours around the face. And I'm going to just do a little bit of a Copic base, which is Warm Grey 0, so W0, and Warm Grey 2, which is W2. So I'm going to go the lightest, W0, and just come out with, it's just going to give it a bit of a base for us. The good thing, as I said, with brush tips is that it will, if you're coming in with the brush part, you can sort of like bring some fur down because it does strands. How are you, Kenny? He's like a husky wolf. I'm going to make him into a, what can we call it? A wolf, a husky wolf, a wolf. We're going to make him a hybrid. His mum's a husky. His dad's a wolf. They look very similar. We've got a hybrid here, a bit like a liger. So we're going to make him more like a husky, I think. But we're just going to go very lightly with a W0. And bring around the face. So we're going to just do one side to start with to see how it's going to work out. And I'm going to grab my W2 and very, very lightly, I'm just going to put that on where I want a little bit deeper. So I'm going to come to the top. It just gives us a starting point, doesn't it? Because don't forget your pencils are going to come in. Especially coming up into the ear. Thank you, Jo Beth. April, I love Black Widows in general. I use them a lot. I wasn't massively over impressed with the skin tone sets, apart from I like the darker skin tone sets over the light. I thought there was a few colours in the light that could have been different. They could have swapped out. I think as a combination, the two are great, but if you're going to get them, I think I'd get two. Thank you, Laura. Take care. Thanks for coming. Yeah, the dark skin tone set is my favourite. But I say if you get them both, because there's tones in the lights that go with the darks and vice versa. So it's not like they go together more than separate. Okay, back to W0. I'm just going to blend that out a bit. If that makes sense. It's more, they go together. I don't think they're, I think getting one complements the other rather than standalones. I think they should have been done as a full set rather than separate, in my opinion. Okay, let's put some pencil down and see how this is going to go. I might want to add, 1 minute, no, before I do that, back to my W2, because this is going to be slightly dark around the eye. So just bring up, and he's got some like, they've got like a whiskery bit on their eye. So just, I'm not very good with fur. I know I did my mum's cat portrait thing by that beautiful artist. I think her name's Lisa Marie Artistry. She's incredible. I did that, but I don't know, something about it scares me. So I'm just doing one side to start with to see how we're going to go and go from there. Same with these nose. I think I'll bring up, this is W2 and then W0. I'm just going to bring a base in. I think going without the base probably would have thrown me off a little bit, so I'm quite happy to do the base. I think if you've got marker bases on stuff, it can kind of help, so you don't feel like you have to do as much shading. You're still going to have to build up with fur, and it is a lot of shading, but it's a lot of layering more than shading. So you have to build up like light layers with fur if you want it to get realistic, you know. So I'm just going to put, so I am just doing one side for now because we've already been on 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So I'd like to be able to do half of this now. I want to get as much done as I can in the time that I've got, because 7 o'clock I'm going to have to go, which is another half an hour. Okay. Thank you. No, I'm really not great with fur, but thank you so much. As I said, your faith in me is amazing, all of you. Okay, should we go to our 16 greys that we picked out? We picked out 16. Okay, that's probably going to be my darkest. I quite like the 30% warm grey. Quite like that to go into sort of middle tones. The beige sienna can come a little bit on his nose, and then we need a very light grey to sort of blend out. We'll go for warm grey 10%. Let's try those. So I've picked up these colours. The beige sienna is literally just going to slightly shade out. I've picked up, I might add in a few more, but for now I've got 10% warm grey, 20% French grey, 30% warm grey, and 90% warm grey. I think the French greys and the warm greys work really well together. I think I'm going to start off with 30% warm grey and work my way up from there, if that makes sense. And I'm going to go darker as we go on. Okay, so let me just get all my pencils out again. Round 2 of trying to find everything. So I'm not looking at the chat for a minute. I'm just going to try and find my colours. French grey, warm grey, hold on. 30, there we go, 30% warm grey. I need 90% warm grey as well. 10% French, peach beige. Seeing if I got them in here first before I head over to the other ones. Because makes sense. Oh, espresso would be a good one. Espresso would be a really good one. I didn't think of that. I quite like that idea. Is that beige sienna? Yes, it is. Okay, bear with me, everyone. So sorry, I'm just trying to find colours. I won't be. I'm just away from keyboard. I am my colour. Thank you, Kenny. We've been using Copics. Oops, because I find Copics a bit easier on this. Okay, so we need 90% warm grey. There we go, and we need 10% warm grey. And then we need 20% French grey. There, right, I've got them. Take care, Lulu. Right, let's start this off now. So I'm going to go straight away. I'm just going to do this side at the moment, facing her. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to follow the hair that has been provided by the illustration here, and we're going to build up. Now this is a build up process, and I think overall the build up process is what works. I'm not amazing with fur. It does take me a while to get grips to, you know, with it, and it is a build up, build up, build up. So we're just going to start it off. Now, you need a relatively sharp pencil. Just grab the black a second, because that's like a whisker and you need that to be a bit more visible. So just grab your black and highlight those a second. It doesn't matter if they're in white after or if you want them in black, but just highlight them a little bit. So I'm just going to go around here a little bit before I add strokes in and kind of blend that out a bit. Just get a base down, right. And then I'm going to work around the eyes. I'm going to come in dark around the eyes because eyes are generally, yeah, they've got a dark area. And then I'm just going to keep, I need to hold that down because that's really annoying me. Because the page is moving. That's better. As I'm moving, the page is moving with me. So I'm just going to start building. We're just going to do this small area for today. Hi, anyone coming in? Well, we're talking about the colouring and it's a live chat. So are you new to live streams, my colour? So this is a real-time live stream with the colouring books. I'm gathering it might be a first time. And we just ask that you don't talk about, you know, any references to politics and religion and any unkindness to others, but everything else, it's just like chat away with friends. Anything and everything, that's right. And we talk about materials and it's about an adult colouring channel. So we generally talk about bits and bobs. And I personally, as a streamer, I'm talking you through my process. But I'm gathering you're new to the streams. Yeah, so you can chat away. As I said, the only thing that I ask to refrain from is politics, religion, unkindness, sexual content. And if you see anything that concerns you, you flag it up to the moderators. They're the people with the spanners and their names are in blue, or up to me. But you have to write in capital letters to me so it catches my eye. Other than that, you just have fun. You join in the chat. A gorgeous bunch of people. And we're here on a regular basis, most of us. So we get to know each other over the course of the last 2 years, most of us, and if not longer. And yeah, you're here I'm talking you through what I'm doing. We choose colour alongs, we do tutorials, we do giveaways here. We do quite a lot of stuff over on the channel. We're building as we go along. And we're also celebrating 8,000 subscribers today. So, yeah, I hope you have. Yeah, exactly. That's right. So you never know. Some chat rooms that, you know, because it is like a chat room in the live streams and people do. You would not believe some of the subjects that come out. And you have to say no. But other than that, it's just honestly a really beautiful bunch of people. And yeah, you should have fun. Okay, I'm going to go over to my 90% warm grey. Now it's quite deep, so I've got to be careful. I'm not going to go too harsh to start with because I need to deepen up where my darkest areas are going to go. So this goes with any planning because you can blend this out after slightly, but you're going to start placing your areas. So it's planning out your shadows and it's planning out where you would like your depth to go. So with him, he's quite dark around these areas. So all this middle bit, we're going to have a slight ivory tone, I think, which might have to be a polychromo or even a Copic in there. But with the fur, it's not in one direction. It's in all different directions. And you have to kind of go with it. Thank you very much. Glad to have you here. So we're just doing, this is part 1 today. So we're doing Copics and Prismas and we'll build on her. We'll probably do her skin on the next stream. We might even be able to finish, but if I show you half of this wolf, I don't have to do the whole wolf on stream maybe. If I do the half, it's following the same pattern with the rest of the fur. And your placement of dark is going to go where the darkest areas are. Hi, Kyla. Oh, thank you. Nice to have you. And then your lightest placement of colour is going to be in your lightest areas. And it really is following the pattern of what's been given to you. Now, you can mix some other colours in. You can go with like warm greys, French greys, and a little bit of the beige sienna because it just kind of takes that harshness off. But I think, like we did the foxes, that came out pretty well. So I think it's a good combination of doing it all. So I'm going to get the Copic back in. I'm probably going to go over all some of these little areas here to soften the edges. And it is about playing with your colour to where you feels right. And go with the direction of every one of these strands, because going against them is just going to make the illustration look a bit odd. So just go with all of this beautiful work that Anastasia's kind of gives you a real big helping hand with where her lines are going. It's all in that pattern. So I hope everyone's had fun so far. And as I said, I am going to be on till probably another 10 minutes. We'll try and get as much done as we can on this wolf in that time. But I'm just focusing on this part anyway. And then I'm going to have to run because I've got to do the stuff that we usually all have to do, the adulting stuff. And walk the dog, make the dinner, you know, the usual jargon. And I'm not sure who's on after me. Is anybody on tonight? But somebody might be on after me. And if you're new to streams as well, there are other channels which stream. If you've got a channel, let them know. Put up a heart. Let them know that you're there. Just throw your channels up. Ah, well, thank you for coming for 2 years so far. That is so. Who's around that I... Oh, don't worry. Are you all right, Honor? Never be sorry. If you've got a channel, let everyone know. And thank you so much. Is it Charisma Jade for sticking with me that long? But if you've got a channel, let people know what it is and if you stream. Because we do get new people in who don't know you yet. So just let people know. Charlotte, take care. I'm so happy you joined us. Thank you so much. So again, look, I'm just putting enough of the warm grey in. It's going to be a build-up process. It's very slow. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be one of those slow processes because you want to get that fur. And I don't think you can rush with fur with colour pencil. If I could speed my fingers up, then I'd be editing it down. And I'd do speed video, but I can't do that on live streams. I can only show you what I would do if I was doing it on my own. Oh my gosh, thank you. Take care, Charlotte. I just looked up then and I was like, oh, what's going on? So how do they type so fast? Okay, so we've got to put a little bit of another colour in. I'm going to come back to this colour. We're going to come back to that colour. We're going to add a tiny bit of our warm grey 2 in again. So this is our Copic. No, blackout, Mum. I think it's the... Did you mean electrical? So I'm going to go for warm grey 2. Not over the entire thing. I'm just going to put some in. It doesn't take out your lines. Electrics. She got concerned then. Ah, Melissa. Is that just life? So I'm going to leave some areas, I'm going to leave some areas white because they have like white, and I'm going to keep it that way, but we're going to just dull down some of that with the warm grey too. And then we're going to get our warm grey 0. Take care, Rachel. Thank you for coming, and I hope your move goes good. Good luck. Okay, and I'm just going to keep some of that as well. So I'm going to bring some of that warm grey down, just a touch. It's very faint, so you don't need to worry about it too much. I'm just going to bring that down. I'm only doing one side. I don't want to do too much. Can you see it's just taken some of that white off? And I'm just going to go around the edges there, so it's just warm grey 0. Just like that. Just to take that whiteness off, and we're going to keep going again. But now what we're going to do, we're going to add some beige sienna, right? I'm going to put that in there. That's a good idea, look. So I'm going to go, thank you. Hey, T-Mac, how are you doing? Yeah. It's from Nocturnes. Oh, 1 second. Let me show you the cover. It's from Nocturnes by Anastasia Ellie Caldereva. Okay, I'll put it all in the description. Give me a couple of hours. So I'm going to go for beige sienna. Would be good if I got the right one. I'm just going to bring a touch of that into the fur here. Now I'm not doing little lines here. We're going to put this as in light colour. It gives that a hint. So look at our wolf, but we're doing a husky wolf. We're doing a hoof. We've got like a little. You've got the whites and the greys, but you've got this really nice sort of. It's a slight brown. It's not too much. So go to the side of your pencil so you don't want too heavy. Are you nice and bright in your screens, guys? And I'm just going to put a touch of that coming down. So we're going to add a little bit of it, not too much, because we've still got to put the white bits, which will come in, and we'll do that in a minute. You can also get a little knife for that if you're, once you've built up your colour, you can get an axe, one of those little craft knives, and you can craft out some. Thank you. Take care, Connie. Thanks for joining us. Bless you. Have a good evening. You're right at the end of your evening now. Okay, can you see it? It really adds like a nice touch to it. So we're just going to add some of this beige sienna. So if anyone's wondering, it's Prismacolors, and we're using Copics as well, but the Prismas. And you know, these work so much better when you've got a Copic base. It works so well. Lovely, eh? Lovely. I love the colours. See, the colour choices work. They work. They really do. Okay, so that is working really well. I like that. So add that in. Then I'm going to get my 10% warm grey. And I'm just going to blend the edge of the beige sienna out, because we still got to do all the fur out there, but let's get our base and our colour down, because we can work on top of that. I know things are. Okay, so small circular motions, just blend out the edge. Now, I'm not having too much trouble at the moment because I'm not going heavy, and I'm also not layering up at this moment in time until we get back up here. Now, you'll find that this is quite difficult paper with just pencils alone. When you work with both, it works really well. So you just working along with it. Now you can buy things in singles if you don't want to buy the entire sets. I can put the UK links up, but I can't put the US links up. But if you check things like your local art stores online, I'm sure you've got some online art stores that you use over there. You can get things in singles. So I'm just doing the side of his face here, and imagine there's like a line. I'm just doing half a face right now. So just enough. I need the white as well. Oh, nice. They are worth it. They're worth it when you take the hobby seriously. If it's just like a phase, I say get something really, you're not sure if it's something that you want to invest in, and it's a phase, because people do it. They don't know whether or not it's going to be something for them. Let's face it. Then I say get a budget-friendly pencil. Okay, going back to my warm grey. Now I'm going to sort of lift some of these now. Yeah. You know, we come into this hobby, at first, we don't know if we want to take it seriously. We're just seeing if it's for us. And there can be pressure. And I know I've had a few messages where I say, I haven't seen you. Are you okay? And they say, I was feeling pressured to buy so much stuff and it got overwhelming, so I've stepped back. That's totally fine. Yeah, there's Dick Lick. That's right. I know you got that over there. So until you know, this is just my little advice, because I started off with my budget stuff. Until you know this hobby is totally for you, don't invest in something so expensive, because you don't know if you're going to like it. You might see it and it's like, yeah, I want to try it. It's like me with a diamond painting. One's enough for now. Got one, yeah, you know, once until I know I like it, then I might get the next one, then the next one. But until I know that, and I know that this is something for life, I'm not going to be buying stuff. So at first, for a while, for a good few months, I had about 6 colouring books. I had Hannah Coleson's Daydreams. I had a Millie Marotta. My first ever book was Enchanted Forest by Joanna Basford. I bought the first Hannah Lynn book, The Mermaids, Fairies and Something of Whimsy, and I can't even remember the next one, but I bought a few and I loved it, and I knew solidly that I just wanted to grow with it, and it was something I was never going to give up. And this was 4 years ago. I was like, no, I'm never going to give this up, never. So then I went from my very cheap Faber-Castell classics, you know, the ones that are a student brand, they're like, I don't know, £10. And I started to buy singles on Cult pens of Polly's because I was told that they were great. And then the roller coaster started and I haven't got off yet. The train has kept going, but I'm still there for the ride and I don't feel I want to get off. So I know it's a hobby for life now. So until you're completely sure, yeah, you got Castle Arts, you got Faber-Castell Students, you got the Gung Ho ones, the Feeler ones. I'm not going to say Black Widows because by the time you add all those sets up, they're actually quite expensive, like all of them. So you've got all these options, and I think once you know it's for you, then definitely start investing, and you know that it's something that's never leaving you. You know, I think I can positively say that. Yeah, I'm just staying on. I'm not getting off. There you go. All of them. Yeah, exactly. But I know that there's a lot, and it's a subject that I think all of us can relate to. I know that quite a few people have stepped back from live streams because they felt the pressure of buying, because they see what people use. That's not the point in them. The point in live streams is to give you options. It's like, do I want that? I've seen so-and-so use them. I know that I do, or I know that I don't, you know. But I know there's pressure on people, and I say, well, until you know you positively are staying in a hobby, you do not plan on giving it up. You want to grow from it. It gives you so much joy. It gives you so much inspiration to just spread your wings and do what you want. Then you know you've got a hobby for life. I think once you've got to that point, you can start investing in it. It gave me so much pleasure. But, you know, it's there, isn't it? Okay, so I'm still doing the warm grey 90%. I'm going to move over. Okay, I'm going to move over to 30% warm grey, which is what I was using in the beginning. And then we're going to put some finishing like bits on that side, and then we'll move on to the other side another time. So 30% warm grey is just to add a little bit of more of a cooler tone in there. We need to come to our black and our white, which I always leave till last. Excuse me. So I'm not doing this part yet. I'm just doing this bit here. I just want to see how it works. But I might do some of this off screen in this exact same way on the other side, because I think I'll spend too much time. I'll be on the next stream just doing him. What I might do on the next stream is do colour combinations and prismas. So we'll do our circles, and we're going to work out colour combinations in different colour groups. I think we'll do that on the next stream, and then come back to this either Thursday or Saturday. I'm tending not to do the Thursday streams as much, just to give my back a bit of a rest at the minute. But if I'm around and my back's feeling okay, then I'll be here. But the Thursdays are not set in stone anyway. It's always just the occasional. He's petable. Okay, so we need the black. I haven't got a card for black. I don't know where the card went. So I'm going to just make a card. Let's make a card. Black is PC9. Excuse my writing in this coloured pencil. Melissa, not every day, to be honest, because sometimes my back isn't feeling it, but I try to be. I try. If I can, I will. If I can't, then I'll take a day off. Okay, I do something every day, though. Even if it's like swatch. If I can't colour and I'm laying on the floor, then I try and do something, whether it's swatch or look at video of what I want to do, or sit with my books and plan out something. I'll try and do something that inspires me daily, or look for a book that's got inspiration, or go on Instagram and look at some artists that I would like to try. I try and do something daily that revolves around it, if that makes sense. But I try to do something daily, and now I've got the diamond painting. I do that every 3 days because I can't sit for that. I've got to find a way that that doesn't hurt me. Yeah, it does. I think we all do that because there's so many things we want to try, and that's okay. That's fine. You know, we can have our dreams. If we haven't got a dream, then, you know, I think life would be a little bit different. But we can dream about having stuff, but it's whether or not we allow it to overtake us to like a compulsion and it's making us unhappy. I know. I love the diamond painting. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just can't. I'm going to put a little thumbnail up tomorrow on my community tab of what's coming. Oh, it's amazing, guys. Can you see how much the black is enhancing this? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love diamond painting. It's like a revelation. Where have I been? I've been, you know what it was? I'll tell you what held me back. I looked at it and thought, there is no way on God's earth I'm sitting doing one of them. They are too fiddly. I don't think I could sit and have the pack yet. No, forget all that. They are so addictive to keep dab, 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 dab constantly, and you end up just sitting getting completely lost. And 2 days went. 2 days went. Your time just like poof, gone, and I mean that. I sat too long, and it really messed me up. So I've got to find a different way, and that was why I think the pain triggered so much, because I was doing that. But my gosh, what an amazing hobby. I was, oh Jesus, I am so in love with doing it, and it's so relaxing. Oh, it's like you cannot think of anything else apart from putting diamonds on a canvas. It's mindless. It's like one of those things that time vanishes whilst you're having fun. And I can honestly say, if you can sit and you don't have back problems, then try it. If you've got back problems, just consider, and that's me included, consider you can't do it daily. You have to take breaks in between, because if you don't, you're going to end up messed up, and that's my problem. What happened? And I was in a ton of pain on Thursday. I haven't had a day like that in so long. So I need to take breaks, and I need to break it up more. If you don't have that, then I'd highly recommend them. But if you don't mind taking breaks, then go for it. See how much that's really enhanced him. Right, I need to come back to a code pick now. Yeah, I need an alarm. I need an Andrew alarm because he always tells me off if it's too long. Okay, W4. I'm just going to get a little bit more of a warm grey in, and I'm just going to put it here. The thing is, I will snooze the alarms and tell them to shut up and carry on. My own worst enemy. Right, I want some depth in this side of the ear. And I also want to bring some down the side of the face, just slightly. So this is warm grey 4. I don't know if you can see that, if it will blur. So I'm just doing this bit up here. Now I need some white. Here. Yeah, mine was a gift from Kimberly Ty. She gifted it and told me to try it and I'd like it, and she does them all the time. And I didn't know it was even coming. She told me there's something in there that's Disney related, because it's a Disney one, and you have to try it. And I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, she was right. It's an amazing thing. But you can buy them on AliExpress, and you can buy them from Victoria's Moon. And that's a really popular site. And Honor has done the best review. On a link your review. She's done the best review on a diamond painting. It is incredible. I loved it. It's one of the best one, and she's got a discount code in the description of her video. And do they ship worldwide? I think so. I have got a light pad and I haven't used it for that. No. Okay, Posca, but you can do. So very fine lines. This is a 0.7. Hold on, I messed that one up. And you see we're going to start to just put in some white. Yeah, they ship worldwide, Victoria's Moon, and there is a discount code in Honor's review. If you go to Honor's channel, Honor Your Crafts, she's got a discount code in there. It's amazing. So go and have a look. You will not regret it. I just loved the review. I was like, oh no, it's amazing. There you go. So she just linked the review, and there is a discount code in there, and they go worldwide. They're incredible. You've got different sizes. You can get circle drills, square drills, different size canvases. Absolutely amazing. If you go through Honors, you'll get a discount code at the moment. So be sure to check it out and watch her video. Okay, so I'm going to grab my black again. And I'm just going to play around with this because I'm not great with fur. It's absolutely teeming down outside. I think I'm going to kind of keep his fur like that and continue on that side with it. So just playing with the fur a little bit. So that side will be almost identical, and then carrying on that pattern as it comes down. I think I'm going to stop there for today because we've been streaming for 3 hours. Bethan, let me know where I'm sending your giveaway gift. I'll get that out by Monday, the latest. Yeah, it's so windy. I thought the tree was going to come down earlier. So today, let me just recap. So if anyone wants to know, because we've done 3 hours. This is from Nocturnes. It was the winning picture. I'm going to try and just do this in 2 streams. Hence why I would like to finish the wolf where we've done, not the nose. We'll leave the nose because I've not done that. But finish what I was doing in the exact same way over on this side. And then we can come back and finish her and do the background. I'd like to finish her 2 streams if possible. I'm not decided if I'm going to do this on the next one or the one after. I'll let you know. You'll know by when on the day when you tune in. But I'll be back on Tuesday, which is what day? I'm so bad with days. It's terrible because my day's mold. 13th, the 13th of August, I will be back. Helly, you are a dream. Thank you so much for your super chat, and thank you so much for 8,000 subscribers. My heart is filled. Darlene, thank you for your inspiration in your pictures as well, because we're going to use him for some elements. So we're using this one as our inspiration, and we're using the Husky picture that we chose on the Google Images for the eyes and around. So we're going to kind of go with elements of both, because we're going to take out elements of this and elements of the Husky. As I said, my thoughts, Connie, are with you, and our lovely Melody, who is just, I can't even put it into words, and our Lulu, our Louise Scoffin, she's another one that lost her fur baby. So my thoughts, honestly, I can't say sorry for your losses enough. I do hope that I can give you some smiles and some joy. So until Tuesday, everyone, thank you so much. Helly, thank you again, honestly. And I will see you on Tuesday for those that join. And thank you, everyone that popped in that said they've been around for a long time and they haven't said hello till now. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone, and have a good Saturday. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.